work, but don't clock in or out, and then later, like 2 weeks later, convince someone that you worked. I'm like, that's just not even safe. That's good. That's huge.
I know it's coincidental, but I'm getting kinda mental. Cause every time I'm busy, yeah, your mood goes straight south. When I try to reassemble, and you're not feeling level, but I can't be the only one that's helping you.
Okay, no, yeah. Let's dive right in. It's the second half. So what was the bracket so far? Is that the one where we had a crush? And then...
Trying to be there to get you through. I'm working the night shift, spending all of my time helping your mind shift while I'm losing mine. Working the night shift, think I'm going blind. Cause every time you're crying, I can't see right. Clocking in till I'm all worked out. I got a psychic now, yeah, with a therapy couch. But you attention like I pay my rent, and when the last one sank, got a brand new tech. Try to give you the benefit, give you all of my credit, but I think we come to the end of it. You've been maxing it out. I don't have much to give. I'm working the night shift, spending all of my time helping your mind shift while I'm losing mine. Working the night shift, think I'm going blind. Cause every time you're crying, I can't see right. You fall asleep too fast. I hope my head don't crash. Don't think that I can last. You're supported. Sometimes I need the same. Been falling through my brain. I gave myself away. Cause I need you. I thought this was a two-way track. Turned around and now there's no way back. Close my eyes and drift away. Oh, I'm working the night shift, spending all of my time helping your mind shift while I'm losing mine.
this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting you from none other than the Boise State Esports Arena, and welcome to another week of the Esports Tower Valorant Rumble. And tonight we will crown our champion. We start off with the second half of the winners finals. The Hammerheads have a 8-4 lead. Can they hang on? I'm your host, Brandon Redhots Kozianski, and joining me to call the action today is none other than Greg Old Soul Smith. And Greg, we saw last week with that 8-4 kind of the Hammerheads leading. Pretty dominant 8-4. This was coming from attack on bind. What do you think they're going to have to kind of change here to get this defense going and, you know, swap up here for them to win this map?
Yeah, you know how it is. Sometimes they don't really even need to change anything. Like, there's a strong disposition towards one side or the other sometimes that a team will take. So we'll have to see how they play this out. Hopefully they can change what they need to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you think, you know, okay, if we get a couple rounds here on attack, we're in a good spot. But when you get to that 8-4 for attack, maybe your defense, you know, mindset changes a little bit. And, of course, they have to make sure that they maintain the lead. So you never know what these teams are kind of going to go for, but we're looking really excited to going in back to that map as we kind of seen a lot of different things on bind. And, of course, this is Esports Tower, which is the Summer Invitational, which is kind of one of our back to our traditional Rumbles. The 4 teams in the Rumble feature some players that we saw over the Summer Invitational. And then all series are best of ones with alternating bans until one ban is left. It's a double elimination that we've kind of seen here with the winners finals and the losers finals bracket. So we'll see kind of, you know, the game right here, Barracudas of the Hammerheads. Loser will play the winner of the BFL and the Mammoths, and then they'll go into grand finals, of course. So we're going to see a lot unfold in today's broadcast. And of course, soon we're going to Doc's Keys to the Game, which is brought to us by Esports Tower. Scroll for advice at esportstower.com. And in Valorant, you want to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, count cards, call abilities, and click those heads. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. That is Esports Tower. Make sure to check that out. And of course, you know, like I said, we're going to get back into that second half here any moment here, coming up with the bind, which, you know, bind is, I feel like it's kind of that map that a lot of people don't like anymore because of, you know, people have like, it's like finding the true nature of someone's color. It's like, at first everyone was like, you know what, bind's pretty cool. And then everyone's like found the true nature and everyone's like, I don't like bind.
Yeah, I remember sometimes in the beta people were like, bind again?
Yeah.
Is it really bind? But if you're into it and if you enjoy it, and there's some people that like have their niche on this map, you can definitely go crazy. And we've seen some good plays here.
There's a little thing right there is Bideman Shop has everything a gamer could need. Scan, you know, kind of. There was a QR code there, but you can always go to Bida Shop and you can figure out those supplement needs for you. Of course, getting back into the second half of the game here, we have Hammerheads leading 8-4. Now going on to the defense as well. So Barracudas are definitely going to have a kind of a climb to get back into this game.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle for sure, but if they are comfortable with it, and if you count their initiators here, they may be pretty comfortable with this.
Yeah, they definitely
attack piece here. Yeah,
they definitely have that comp kind of set up for that attack. Having those 3 initiators, so maybe they have some plans of kind of just executing on attack. Tom threw it a little too high there, and gets caught up. But hey, maybe there's a bird up there that can silence. We'll see. And I can see them slowly take B as well. Too long, the usual. Careful with that pop flash. Longly peeks. Gets one. Oh, almost gets 2, but Tom does get the trade. Has very little HP, 10 HP in fact.
1 defense left on the other side. Good to know. The ratio is a little bit strange here. Barracudas might be able to play these numbers. Instead, they rotate back around, so now they're playing into the hands of this guy waiting here. Are they going to see it? Do they count those cards or not? Saibo might have the look on them if they don't check these angles well enough.
Yes, it's not truly a 1v3 here because he has that Cypher utility with him as well. So Saibo definitely has an advantage here about, you know, 1v3 plus information. Ooh, Select gets a great pick. That's just what they needed here. 3v2 now. Or 3v3.
Blinded.
Happy has some flashes, but doesn't get too much value off those, so now has no flashes for this retake here. TP goes out. Trade.
Last player standing.
Cage Gen gets 2. Yeah, and Hammerheads take that that retake there. Great play by Hammerheads. Kind of having that one sit there. The anchor got one, which is just what they needed to kind of even up for that 3v3. And then, you know, just kind of using their utility, whereas, you know, Cato does a pretty good job of playing pretty aggressive. We've seen on Cypher.
Definitely does, yeah. And he plays well into the procedural style of angle checking, where, you know, 3 men walk in, one of them checks the corner that was necessary, got the kill. Keijonen makes sure not to just go straight for the defuse and see, you know, who comes out of the woodwork, but actually checks the surrounding boxes and gets one to clean it up.
Absolutely. We're going to see 9-4 here for Hammerheads. So that's a great start for them. And Barracudas definitely not ideal for them to lose the pistol round, but it seems like they are going to, full safe here. You know, they have it's 9-4. They can kind of go with getting that 10-4 and then just going for that full comeback. Sometimes I think people kind of force it too early when they have a lot of rounds, but right off the bat, 2 kills for Hammerheads.
Yeah, talk about early force. NA Cat's kind of stuck in a little hole here. He's going to try to play into Tom. Now it's Tom stuck in the corner. He takes that kill. That's the 3rd one.
Oh, Selexic gets 2 though, and they might get a plant off.
Yeah, Selexic fighting back well. They're clearing out this space here. Ownership of A sites theirs, but the pitch is coming out. Selexic now has to watch this hallway. Goes down to Cats with a 4K to clean up round number 10. Threatening double digits now. The Hammerheads are in a better position. They can start, you know, doing really risky things, doing really strange things to secure those last 2 points somewhere.
Yeah, and say Cats ended up getting 4 on their eco round here. You know, sometimes you get your ecos in, got all 4 kills there. Selexic had the great 2 picks there. I mean, even though they ended up going, you know, 3 for 0, I think it's still good to get those 2 picks. You know, get your money back, and then also just overall get some eco for the team there. Unfortunately, they didn't get that plant down. It seemed like they were going for guns and thought that maybe they could go for the win, but didn't win there. But 4-10, and look at this strat here from Hammerheads. They know they're on an eco round for a bonus, and they're just going to full push.
Yeah, sure enough. Like we said, they can play risky things. Now that they have everybody, Barracuda's not even recognized they have an empty site. You turn around, Selexic finds 2 of them. Happy and Shoujo get away with some kills. The skirmish continues. They've pushed a few back. Atra now watching this flank. They should realize they have a free plant now.
Yeah, so that's what you noticed.
Yep, so he goes in for it. Matrix watching from the side. They've got a good crossfire on this. No reason to push up. Okay, holding aggro, though. Waiting for these attackers, but the attackers own the clock, so Hammerheads are going to have to push up here. They time it, send a good flash out. Matrix watching from the side, might have a sight onto him. Looks like they slip past him. So there's eyes wasted on B long. Defenders making their way through. Get 1 through the wall, see the 2nd. That space is so thin. The reload almost catches him, but he runs out for a better angle. Pairs up with somebody else. Could be a tough 2-on-2, and the defuse timer is low.
Oh, great smoke.
Goes for it. They might have lined up.
Great flash there by the long play. That was an interesting round we saw there. I actually really like this Hammerheads play where it's we're bonusing, and so they know they're at a disadvantage because, you know, the bonus Barracudas have a full buy here, so they're like, all right, let's 5-man push through short, go through, get as many kills as they can. End up getting 3, so I mean, that definitely puts a dent on the Barracuda's eco for sure there. So now they have 2, now they're probably forced, you know, some light buys or some light armors. And so we're going to see that happen here. Now, of course, going back to kind of that default action that we're going to see Hammerheads going at. But 5-10, and Barracuda is definitely starting off where they kind of wanted to. Selexic does have the 2 to force here, and, you know, we've seen him really just kind of perform on this chamber throughout Esports Tower. But not too much movement just yet. Just looking for a pick with that 2 to force first. Maybe looking for a thing to get him going here.
Yeah, Barracudas have a little closer eyes on their flank now. Moving nice and slow. Going to get rid of that tripwire, kind of initiating this contact. Has good eyes on 1.
Oh, one way.
Wow, they push right out of that smoke. Get some serious damage onto him. Even take the kill. Cybo takes down area, those retaliate. So it is 4-4 all on site. Matrix fresh off the flash and still suppressed. A lot of aggression. Unfortunately goes down to Shoujo. Dark also suppressed.
Great shot there. Yeah, 2v2 now. Both TP, they have the advantage in terms of being on site. Phoenix does have ult, so he can get through TP, but it's going to be hard to get too much value. Selexic gets a pick onto Happy. That's just what they needed here to get the advantage. 1v2 now. He still has to run it back all the way back, go through TP. Oh, he's going to go through spawn, which is pretty risky here considering that Selexic does have a 2 to force operator here.
Yeah, it's a nice position for him to stand, but I guess if they both know what they're walking into.
Watch your eyes.
And the timing is right. Selexic with the 3K brings it up to a 6-10.
And he's really confident in that too, because you can tell as soon as he shot that he TP, so either way he's in the safe there. That's like a safe play. And so it's just a great timing of, you know, sometimes when you play against enough Phoenixes over the times, you kind of understand the timing there, and that's exactly what Selexic did. He kind of waited that, like, you have like a brief pause in your head. It's nothing basically. You don't count. It's just a brief pause, shoot, and then you kind of just figure it out.
Oh, beautiful pacing.
In we
And that's
go.
a big round for Barracudas to win there.
Definitely. Winning on a bye like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a round where both teams are buying there, using as many funds as you can in terms of getting that big round, and Barracudas does win that. So 6-10, which seems to be the attack bind going pretty well for both teams here, which is definitely not the precedent here.
Ooh, Selected
Yeah.
dodged that
Use that
first
here.
utility, but the second one got him. So they still feel this contact push, and we start to see Hammerheads rotating back around to A.
Big pick for Tom.
Blinded.
Ooh, Happy had the capacity for a big one there, but does get the concuss. Pushed back a little bit.
Ooh,
Is
look at
backed up
this.
by Cybo. Could have been huge. Matrix got to him first, though. Trying to retreat behind this wall. Happy making their way around. Dark forces in.
Oh,
Selects it.
gets one though.
Gets some nice Happy on the inside.
One enemy remaining. Spike down.
Matrix kind of
A.
still dark playing, really aggressive here. 3v1 here. Looking to kind of figure where they're at. He's just going to find out with the Prowler. The Prowler's going to see them, and then now they're going to hear the Shorty, so not going to be too scared here.
Yeah, ooh, a well-timed reload there. Unfortunately, they're not pressed
So
too
close.
hard. Yeah, that was almost there. Sends it back anyways.
The 1 HP decay, but still not going down just yet.
No, but the clock is on their side. They don't have to push him, and I wouldn't, into a hallway with a Shorty.
Yeah, I mean, Soda just basically, all he needs to know is just make sure that you die this round.
To the bomb, yep.
Yeah, because then make sure you get A, get that ult point, and then B,
Don't
you
give him the credit.
also give him the credit. Yeah. Well, you just want to make sure that you have enough next round.
Ooh.
Tom gets it, should be able to TP and survive there. So
Wow.
Barracudas take that round pretty convincingly. They did have, a save round there for Hammerheads, so looking pretty good on their side. Now they have two big ultimates there for Barracudas as well. They have that K ult, and they have the Seekers. So that's kind of a good pairing there. So we're gonna see that go hand in hand here. Hopefully, at least soon. And of course, Kejin has his Cypher ult, but the thing is gotta have conditions for that to be met.
Yeah, really puts the Hammerheads in a rough position counting ults, but should have a good look on these orbs as they switch around this round.
So he doesn't find anyone here yet.
Cat's checking down the other side. Just waiting for the pacing. Hopefully they do well. Ooh, almost gets away with two.
Matrix gets on a kill into Shoujo though, so if you want to put that note up, instantly puts Barracudas up in the advantage in terms of numbers purely. 5v4. Just kidding, Cats ends up taking him long though. 4v4 now.
Hammerheads is kind of feeling the pressure everywhere though, and they're responding to it well. We've seen Barracudas play very tight pack recently. It's good to see the Hammerheads not rotating too quickly and letting this 5-man spread get the better of them.
Here.
I think Kejin is just kind of sitting in his corner, has one of his weird traps, does have a smoke as well. They do have the KO ult though, so if they want to kind of force this, they can KO ult on the site to basically suppress that Cypher to make sure he cannot use his utility. But we're going to see if they end up going. Yeah, Seeker goes through. Great haunt there, good Cats. Kejin plays in this cheeky spot though, gets one. Oh, good try the smoke for Selection. Just has kind of a good idea where he is in the smoke. And Selexic is just playing really aggressive here. Gets two big picks there. Now Barracudas are actually up an advantage 3-2. I don't know if Sky actually has heal or not, but we'll see here soon. Happy has a good spot from Hookah.
Last player standing.
1v3 scenario here now. Does get one. Finds the second one. Does know where the last one's elbow, so knows where all they are.
Good flash from the first one. Not quite going to be there. They keep using utility to hold them in, and a 2v1 in a position like that, it's nice, but that's a little bit awkward. Does make the jump in. It's just too many angles.
Yeah, I like that jump to kind of try to make something happen there, but unfortunately had a great cross set up and some great communication to make sure that that does not get fumbled there. And, I just want to say that Select's got a great entry onto site here. I mean, he got Kajonin through the smoke for the first one, and then the second one just kind of got him with that Prowler kill. We've seen a lot of good fade utility in terms of those haunts and those Prowlers being used, so definitely like seeing a lot of good utility being used. Now they have K ults for either team now. Would love to see kind of that be used and kind of brute force this triple initiator comp.
Move it right in. It is a pretty heavy stack both ways. I feel like I missed something in chat when this happens. Kejon and Saibo both walk away with points happy on the refuel for the team. And what a great Cypher ult usage they have. The numbers, they're feeling good to push the Barracudas entirely. Atra does fire back.
Jonah wanted a gun there, but unfortunately, they are not going to let that happen. But at the end of the day, Barracudas are actually down a man here, so
Yeah,
it's a
but
3v4.
Matrix has all of their heal, whereas Atra doesn't have any of hers. Or, sorry, Happy.
Yeah, we're going to see the teams are pretty healthy right now, but Hammerhead definitely KO feeling quite low here. Look at that flank, though, slowly making their way across. Matrix trades for one there. Omen's ulting onto B site here. Looking for the TP. Does get it through.
Just really makes it through. They're going to be on the chase now. 2 through TP and 1 without.
And Phoenix now does not get, he doesn't get the free kind of flank. And actually goes down. Wow, Matrix gets 2 here.
That's
with the
big.
KO ult as well. So they don't know what the third is, but slowly we're going to see Brim flanking another one. Does have the orbital strike. Is going to hear the stabilized core. Not going to peek. And does get the res as well.
Res right outside the door. Gutsy. They do get him right back down.
Oh, and great trade there. Atra had a great peek, got one, but unfortunately went down. But Matrix, once again, clutching the end of that round. Big kills overall here. And what a crazy round. I mean, the thing that sucked there is Phoenix spent so much time flanking. We saw him flank all the way through market, walk all the way through, get ready. As soon as he's about to flank, they go through TP, and so at that point, he doesn't have to flank anymore because they're watching Hookah. So, oh man, it must just feel so bad to just like really be right there for that flank, but unfortunately not get it.
Spoiled his sound there,
exactly. And not to get anything out of it either, so that just
right
really unfortunate. 9-10 here though. Barracuda is definitely making a name for themselves as this triple initiator. Have 2 ults ready to go, 2 aggressive ones at that as well. Prowlers to go through. There it is. There's a KO coming out here with the fatal, kind of in sync here.
Nice combo. Going to let them push right onto the site. Saibo making it all the way back with team. Just on the retreat here. They're going to play for a little bit of retake, but they are in a pinch situation. Shoujo and Cats making their names. Matrix and Tom get it back. It is a whole fight. 1v3 now. Barracudas only have the spike carrier left. She's right in the middle. An awkward spot. Matrix goes down.
Yeah, I mean, Shoujo was kind of camped up next to that triple box area and ends up getting 2 while they're on site, so they can't fully get on site as the Barracudas, making it so much harder for them to truly like play that post plant because they can't get that spike down. So knowing that you lose 2 kind of numbers advantage without even clearing everything you need to, that's what's going to be really hard to attack and win the round. So great job by Hammerheads there. Shoujo just kind of playing in a cheeky spot there because I think he, you know, you probably noticed the ults there and then kind of went off that, which was a great play overall. And now he has the Phoenix ult, and they have the Brimstone Orbital Strike still ready to go here. 9-11 now, so getting pretty close in terms of this game's score here.
Another nice even spread from the Barracudas with an obvious B leaning, but not a whole lot of contact out.
Oh, great shot by Selexing here. That's just what they need.
Yeah, an excellent reply to that flash check. Just one more down B long, and they know it's still being kept on. Cats does make a smooth transfer to the other side. If he doesn't peek, he may be able to get greedy and take 1 or 2 here, but Select 6 is going to make him wait a while to get it. On the other hand, people looking to rotate back over. Spike moves A side. Selexic holding out while Matrix has already made his way in a little bit. And sending Seekers to make one big push onto A, following in with the dog. Not going to see anything right up by.
Oh, does see him though. Gets touched as well.
Gets a good concuss onto Happy.
Oh, great peek there by Saibo to really kind of help Happy out there. Now 4v4 here for both teams. Does have the heal up. We heard a C's go out there. Don't know if it really connected as yet. 2 smokes from Omen here, but Slicer gets a pick onto Saibo. Saibo, big shot there.
Come on, let's go!
Spike planted.
So run it back into Hookah. Matrix instantly gets it down. Still a 4v3 scenario. Barracuda's up 1 man. Matrix holding the spot. Flash goes out, has a counter flash. Gets it off, doesn't push. Crazy shots going back and forth, but Dark gets the trade, and Dark gets 2. What a,
But Dark was just camping on that.
let's say, what a crazy U-Haul there.
Yeah.
We saw like 4 flashes overall, and no one really peeked off them either. It was like a flash for space kind of thing. And it kind of sucked because, you know, Matrix kind of flashed, peeked on the corner, but the Phoenix all stood. They missed a lot of shots, but Dark had the kind of a good angle to have that off angle ready for them and gets 2. So well played by that. And Barracudas are 1 round away from tying this game up here. It's 10-11. Start off 8-4. with Barracudas on defense here. So for them to do this on attack is quite impressive, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get to see these Barracudas hanging out in market, looking to push back up. Selexic knows what the power of this B long can be like. He's watching now the long corner. He knows that Cats likes to camp over there. Cats is a little bit deeper in this time, though. They do send a nice utility check. That gives them the potential to move up further. Still not making any contact, but they're very secure in their decision to go B here. Gonna have to pass the 50-50 and Hookah.
Yeah, they also have a lot of interesting off angles on this B site here. Seeker's long, but not close.
Ooh, no, the utility checked so much, but he was
wow, he doesn't
deeper
go
in the
down
corner.
either.
No, Kejona did so well, taking one NA Cats to back him up. Barracudas did find two, so it's still a 3-3, and everybody's on site. Last two Hammerheads rotating close. This gives Barracudas a little chance to really set up here. Happy with flashing in.
Blinded.
Does get the blind, decides U-Haul's safe, starts moving around.
Oh,
A dink to one, but
wow,
Atra finds
he was
both of
so
them
low.
anyways. A 3K to bring it to an 11-11 tie, and they are both threatening so hard this overtime.
yeah, I mean, it just seems like, you know, every time it seems like it's going to go one way in terms of, like, we'll see Hammerheads get 2 picks. You know, Barracudas are coming back with 3. And so I think they're just really doing a good job of staying calm and then playing the trades, too. They're not freaking out a little bit. They're playing good spots where if one goes down, you're at least getting 1 back. And in this case, it seems like they're getting almost 2 back.
Yeah, and using that, just watching each other's back, like NA Cats really saved one's life there, and then they moved on to dominate the round.
And that's the 11-11 here. And we're going to see them kind of spread out, fan. Toms.
Yeah, it looks like they're fanning an aggressive push on the Hammerheads on the A site, and the Hammerheads are kind of giving them the space. This could be a decent push on to B if they're careful with it, but it looks like they don't really know what they want yet. Nice and slow. Wait for that smoke to go up. Selexic start peeking further in. Not going to see many eyes.
He doesn't have his TPs fully set up yet, so it looks like Selexic is trying to get even more aggressive to get those TPs there for maybe a kill or something like that, and look for a rotate as you see the 2 Barracudas are actually playing this lurk game into Hookah here.
They are, yeah, they checked 50-50. Oh, and the dart goes off just the right time. They know there's somebody there, but they can't say that there's 2, so we see the KO of the Hammerheads, not sure whether to stay or not. Going to keep that backside position while Matrix keeps pushing up into Bath. It's been almost a full rotate back over to B for the Barracudas, but Matrix is just looking. Now Matrix becomes the lurk.
Yeah, Matrix is not shooting this trip at the moment because he wants to see if they can get a peek, but now he's just going to shoot it and just try to get all the utility anyways. Since they're
thought he was safe walk out. Matrix just absolutely through that. That was good.
That's a really risky play there from Matrix. You have no idea if he's holding the smoke, but it did pay off here, and Atra is holding in heaven. Cats gonna peek this, gets 1 great shot there. Gonna look for 2. Ooh, Atra does get him down though.
Yeah, a gorgeously narrow peek almost got him to 2, but Atra has been quick with it today. Atra now watching from above, hoping for a few more. The Seekers almost distracted him. Goes in for the ADS and finds Happy. Dark can finish up the round, bringing him to a 12-11. It is either overtime or Barracudas takes it on this round.
Yeah, it's coming down. It actually comes down to Hammerhead's eco because they did have Vandals and Phantoms there, so we could definitely don't know how much credits they're going into this last round eco. So definitely want to see kind of what Hammerhead's buy is here and see the advantage that Barracudas does kind of hold. We're going to see the Tutor Force come out for Selexic, which, you know, last time you got 2 with that, so feeling pretty good. I think we saw mainly some guns from Hammerheads, but I think we saw 1 or 2 Spectres. So definitely a little bit of an eco, but Barracudas are starting to hold the advantage overall. And now it's going to be this game point here for Barracudas, or will Hammerheads bring it into overtime? We're going to see here. Barracudas doing the classic attack from them, which is just a default. Spread out, see if they can get anything happening, see what information they can gather, and then go from there.
We traded a little bit of util, some smokes and some chase downs across this A catwalk, but nothing yet. Atra's still watching the smoke as it falls. Has been a typical time to see some push. Looks like we're going to get some serious aggression as Kejona takes one and sprints out of there on the B long. Does just give so much potential to move up from the Hammerheads. They still feeling aggressive here. Dark has got to be careful. He's between 2 of them. Might get a good look on the Kejona and some eye contact. He knows he can hit that box. Decides to push back. They've got to watch their back here. Serious flank guard necessary. Omen and Fade getting out of there.
So, yeah, they have the Omen ult, but it doesn't really give that much information for them. Dark does have Haunt in 10 seconds. That's probably what they're waiting for. Has no Seekers, unfortunately, so it'll be harder to check this hookah than usual, but Sojo gets a pick on the Matrix right away here. Flash comes out. They're down 2 from Barracudas now, so it's a 3v5. It's going to be really hard retake here from Barracudas, but definitely not impossible. We've seen it done before here, but Atra's just sitting right outside U-Haul looking for it. Does have the ult here, but you can see that KO is blocking out, cancels it, and now they're going to have to plant here onto site. 4 seconds left, and they can't get spiked. The round is now officially over, no matter what they do.
Good positioning, I think, for the Hammerheads really saved him there.
Yeah, and now we're going to see the
Switching
overtime.
sides.
To have one stay on
Overtime.
site meant there was no plant. To have one lurking took away their fade potential because, you know, they already got a kill earlier with that, pushing down B long. It just felt like the Hammerheads were kind of omnipresent there. Like they just had less options because the Hammerheads were all around them.
Yeah, I do want to say Barracudas did a really great job, Hammerheads did a good job of defense there, because no matter what situation happened, they always had one anchor, and I definitely saved them more rounds than not, including that last round, where just having that one person be on, you know, that hold, that anchor can really just make it a really big dent into the enemy team, especially if you're up numbers. So, you know, instantly it's like, okay, if I get one, we're already at another big advantage.
Let me show you how the boss does it.
And so now we're going to overtime with Hammerheads attacking first. You know, they did 8-4. I think they did 4. This is what they did pretty well on. So we're going to see them kind of spread out here, doing the usual once again, kind of fanning out, seeing what they get. Skydog goes into hookah, does not find any information so far.
No, but even though they've cleared that 50-50, they're still feeling better on A. There hasn't been a lot of smoke down A main, so they're going to start walking up that. We did get the spike into the Nook there, and we're going to start seeing a push from Bath, but Omen, gives away his position. Now they're definitely going to be playing onto him there. It
Gets
is
one,
an
though.
A game.
Spike
Does
planted.
find one, drops right in. Underneath the flash, still gets caught by Jojo.
I tries to use the running gun, but doesn't get any, you know, unfortunately. No good shots there. Yeah. 3v3 now. Bomb is planted. It is now in the Barracuda's court to make something happen here.
Barracudas, though, just trying to feel out the space.
Smoke's down.
We accoladed them before for checking all the corners before they get the bomb, but it's getting close on time here. Kjonen now sets up a little camp and does find Matrix with it. Selexing a
One
reply.
enemy remaining.
Selexing follow-up and takes it home. Now it's just down to a defuse, but there's not enough time. There's too much fire. There didn't get to half, so Selexing just trying to get out for his creds.
Say, even though they had some great kills there, Hammerheads bought enough time to get that 13-12, and now it's back to that game point. And Hammerheads definitely looking to, you know, kind of end it early, because it seems like the longer this goes on, the Barracudas are definitely slowly getting there. So big round for, you know, the Hammerheads to win, get them into that, not only in the winning position, but more of a mindset thing of, okay, we're up 1, we don't have to worry about, you know, being stressed, because if you're down 1 after all that time, I think it's going to hit you a little harder than what it did earlier. And now we're going to see this. Barracudas are now on the attack. We're going to see this triple initiator go at it once more and see what they can do here.
Happy with the defensive dog. He's going to see one person. He knows Happy's there, though. Flash comes out. So much utility in main here, but we almost get an anchor leaving the Hammerheads.
Absolutely.
He's still going to stay there, and he has all of the utility, which is important because we're seeing a hard rotate from the Barracudas. It looks like they dumped that utility for a bait, and it worked. How long until the Hammerheads switch back, and can they clear hookah in time? Looks like Selexic, feeling good, starts setting in. They clear.
Definitely really scared about that flash, because he was putting a little deep when he wasn't, so definitely kind of in his head. But now they're getting on the site here. No one on site that they can see just yet here.
They keep checking, though. They keep flashing every corner, which is good. People are walking on now, though. Kjonen going to be the first one to get hit here.
Spike
So
planted.
did Happy.
This is a full-on retake from Hammerheads. Get one immediately. Gets another one. 5v3. This is the last round that could potentially win them the game here if they win the round. Select gets 1, gets 2, gets 3.
Enemy remaining.
Tats gets 2 as well to retaliate.
Happy back on the spike. It still goes down. They're watching it so close.
Player standing.
1v1, 4 HP here from Happy. Doesn't get the flash. Starting to run out of time.
Blinded.
Blinds gonna go for the spike and goes down, and now we're gonna go to overtime number 2 with the Barracudas tying it up here. What a crazy round that was. It was all over the place. We saw so much back and forth there. Slexa gets 3. Cats gets 2 to retaliate. You see, Happy with like 2 HP, goes for it, flashes, doesn't get it down, and now we're going to see another overtime here.
And that's the energy of the round that they were fighting for. Like, they dumped utility in one spot and then fled over. There was a little calm before the storm where they didn't really know what the numbers game was like because it was all through the smoke before that. And then they had to take it back fast because people had set up there, and it was a race to the spike.
Absolutely, Mercy. 13-13 now.
Top of double overtime.
Who is going to win the game? That is a good question. I mean, even if the first person wins the first round, they're not guaranteed, so.
Wow, Matrix just saw so much through that TP. Knows that there's a pretty good hold there. We're going to start to see a little bit of Barracuda rotation back to B site. Even more flashing through Hookah onto main. They even have people up in Garden. It's a pretty quick B hold, but they're still staying nice and steady, maybe. Waiting for Barracudas to settle in. Selexic going to be the first one. See if he can see anything. Just knifing around, waiting for something to happen.
Hammerheads are playing this very slow, no noise, and Barracudas are definitely taking a step, kind of second-guessing themselves. But they are positioned 3 on A side here, so if they do go for this B push, they're definitely on a big, a bigger advantage than they would be.
They have actually won camps in the TP as well. So this looks like a long-term, like, B hold.
Yeah,
so they're just waiting out quite a bit for some reason.
I think they're just really seeing if the Barracudas will get antsy. I think they're just kind of playing,
30
all right,
seconds
let's see
left.
how long we can kind of play with them. Here it comes. Now we're going to see the first flash go off. Haunt goes off, does not find Selexic. Selexic finds 1, doesn't get 2. Happy with the trade.
Yep, close to a good spray transfer. Got some damage off.
Yeah, Kajonan gets another one as well. 4v3 here. Great flash.
Beautiful flash, hops out. Looks for a second.
Gets 2.
Find it.
It's instantly traded. 2v2 now. The Prowler's not going to find anyone. Does get silenced, though. So they have no utility from the Fade for at least 6 seconds here.
They are right on top of the spike, but they can't give it up. They got to clear the site first. They don't want to just get a pop out. Matrix is going to make good contact.
Oh, that's a big one.
Fast.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, 1v1, but 33 HP. He's screaming, he's won, he's won, he's won.
He has to go for it. A quick tap to get the man out. Gonna hold very close, just wait for it. Kejona calling his bluff. The timer's still counting.
Oh.
He jumps in on it, and the accuracy kills him. Kejona now sprinting for his creds.
It doesn't matter because it resets the next round.
Yeah.
But Kejonan that's a big play right there. To not peek, play in Hookah, play exactly that post plan. That's why the Barracudas were pushing there, is so they kind of not go through that. But unfortunately, they had to. Does a great job of really not faking it, or at least knowing they're going to fake it by just sitting in that Hookah. Because if he sticks right there, they actually win it. But that's hindsight, of course. And, Kejonan plays a great, just intuition there, or Kejonan.
No, intuition and patience
Yeah,
was the
exactly.
game of that round. And I love the dynamicy of seeing that after the full-blown rush round that we saw before. Absolutely. These players have a good palette. Wow, speaking of full rush, a 5-5 right here in the middle.
Wow.
Everybody drops into 3v2 now. Saibo, silenced,
Player
looking down the
standing.
barrel for 2 people. Dark going to be the one to capitalize that. 1 person left alive is Kejona, just arriving to the scene. He's got a knife onto sight.
Face your fear!
And they're ulting on him. He's got almost no chance. Runs right around the corner. Takes
gets him,
1.
though.
Can't get know where he's at, how.
Okay, gets flash, but he
Flash
cannot get Prowler anymore, so
It's
definitely
true.
not the worst here.
But look at those muzzles. They're just waiting for him. The crossfire is up.
One
Oh.
enemy
First one.
remaining.
Gonna wrap around, try to find this other. He's got to be quick. The timer's already counting. Making his way around truck. The last of the Barracudas.
Oh
He finds
my
it
gosh.
and takes it for the game. The
Wow,
Hammerheads.
what a shot from Kejonan there. And what a game for Barracudas to go down 4-8 on
Clutch.
defense bind and to bring it back to 13-15.
Defenders
I think
win.
they played a fantastic game there. Losers finals might look in their way. And of course, going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up with your teaming skills. We just saw the last game where we saw them go back and forth, battled out. You can see how talented these guys are. Esports Tower really takes a team to create teams of well-matched teammates. And of course, if you haven't checked it out, check out the Esports Tower clubs. It's a fast track to rank up. And of course, with that, the Hammerheads survive against the Barracudas and advance to the grand finals. And Any kind of following things you want to say about the match?
I just want to bring up again, I love the dynamics of the match. You can tell the Esports Tower really brought together some good players here. I'd love to see what they can do on the next one.
Yeah, and of course we saw the 3 initiators as well, not really your commonality thing that we see. So I'd love to see kind of their own take on it as well. But we have more games, so we're going to take a break here. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back after this break.
Just got to Germany, absolutely having a blast. Today's my birthday, and I wouldn't be anywhere else I'd want to be in the world. This opportunity to go around and see these troops and see the smiles that we put on their faces, we're having a blast, and can't wait to go to the next base and see which American heroes we can meet.
Today I met Ben Garland.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. Of course, we are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena, and welcome to the Esports Tower Summer Rumble, not Sour. It is time for the lower bracket finals. The Mammoths took care of the BFL during the winter finals, face off against the Barracudas with the spot in the grand finals on the line. I'm your host, Brandon Red Hot's Cozy Ants. Again, joining me to call the action, of course, is Greg Old Soul Smith. And Greg, we just saw a great last game here, but now for the losers finals. And losers finals is obviously a pretty big game to win because it's now grand finals. You're just close enough to reach it and go for that next level. What do you think goes through their head when it comes to losers finals, rather like the first match they have?
I think I imagine it to feel like overtime.
Yeah.
Right? You're on your last chance here. You're playing against someone who you've seen their gameplay recently, and they've seen yours. There's kind of more on the table. It feels like you're walking kind of a tighter rope here.
Yeah, and both of them don't have too much time to prep as well, right? Because they just played those matches there, so it's definitely not too much time to prep for these. So it's a lot of just, okay, we just played one, and then now we go with it. So definitely looking forward to that. And of course, these loser finals are usually the pretty good games as well. So hopefully looking to find kind of what they have there. And of course, we want to, of course, congratulate Esports Tower club members who have graduated from the clubs and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last year, Esports Tower club members have received over $3.6 million in scholarship awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but worked hard academically and earned these scholarship opportunities. We cannot be more excited and proud to see all these opportunities these players are getting. And $3.6 million is a lot of money. So definitely great to see all esports towers and stuff, collegiate, going to the next level, as people like to call it, with, kind of the progression that esports has now. And of course, in order to win these games, you gotta make sure that you have the docs keys to the game, which is presented today by Esports Tower Scroll Pro device at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to rank up. And of course, you in Valorant, you want to flank efficiently, spend MP wisely, count those cards, call abilities, and click those heads to make sure that you kind of have that formula to win the game. And now, funny enough here, we just played on Bind the last map, and we're going to go back to Bind. So definitely going to feel familiar for the team that's just played here, and we're going to see whoever's going to join the Hammerheads in the finals here. So Barracuda's just played on Bind, feeling a little different with their triple initiator comp, maybe looking for a different thing, maybe they go for it again. And of course, Mammoth, which had a really decent close game against the Hammerheads in the first round there, so trying to get revenge from that first bracket there. So both teams have a lot on the line here, and I think both teams are going to kind of, like you said, it's kind of an overtime thing. They got to really come out with all of the strats they have, because if they lose, it's like, okay, well, what did you hold the strats for? So definitely want to have everything they've kind of practiced up leading this point.
Yeah, and I'd love to see these back-to-back matches. Like you said, the triple initiator played excellently well, looked beautiful, and I'd love to see how they change that, how the other team responds to that, what other things they want to pull out of the pocket here, and having the back-to-back maps really puts those head-to-head, right? It's not just a Bind comfort pick when they change it and they do something better.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, I think when it comes down to it, when you get a loss like that, you can kind of fine-tune the things of, okay, you can kind of figure out what are the big things that you can change in a short amount of time. And it comes down to both teams. And of course, we're going to see the agents here, like we said the triple initiator, but you never know what the Mammoth we're going to do here. And of course, you can check out the QR code on your screen, which the Vitamin Shop has everything a gamer could need. Scan that QR code to check out their latest products. And of course, great having that nutrition all over the place, especially if you're at your desk all day like me. But hey, never know. But one thing, let's see here. We're going to see the agents, actually, with the Barracudas kind of changing up for the most part. We're going to see the not triple initiator. We're going to see the Sky and the Kale. We're going to see the Phoenix this time around. Since they want a duelist to kind of, especially that Phoenix, maybe get a little bit more action. Does a great job of kind of playing self-sufficient for him as well. So it's going to be Master X as well. I think it's a substitute? Yep, substitute for H for this map. So definitely a sub coming in there, and the Mammoths are trying to get revenge for the Hammerheads from that round 1 loss. And of course, they've learned a lot in the round 1 loss, took care of it against the BFL, the lower bracket finals, carrying a lot of momentum into this game here. And now we're going to go straight into this first round with the Mammoths doing kind of a B split, which is, pretty standard on this side of the map here. Avian on that chamber. We're going to see a big match between him and Selexic this game. See what they can do.
Are moving nice and smooth into these.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just take
Great trade. Selexic gets a trade right away. Miss Her gets Selexic down, though, for a trade. Oh, goes down to Tom. Unfortunately, misses a couple bullets here. 2v4 now in terms of the Mammoth sided here. And Dark is still in the smokes. There's smokes everywhere at this point. The double brimstone in this game is going to be a lot of those scenarios.
Alice with the flash shot trying to get out of that smoke. Ooh. Matrix, last one left alive here.
Oh, looks into it.
Yeah, difficult position to be in.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, Matrix tried to flick away, but Alice had a pretty smart heads-up play from Alice, throws it deeper, and then, ends up turning it around and getting extra flash. Unfortunately, they probably would have been able to maybe get a kill there, but looking directly at the bird flash is definitely going to flash you for a long time.
Good play to punish the 180.
Yeah, I mean, it swapped point of views, and they were still flashed, so that just kind of shows you how long that flash was for.
And it was quick too.
Yeah.
'Cause you got to remember the flash duration depends on the flight duration.
Yeah, once it gets to a certain point, that's a max flash now. So you can't just pop flash for 2.25 seconds now. And we're going to see the Mammoths have their buy, Stinger buy, of course. It's a lot more popular nowadays instead of the Spectre. Atlas gets Slexic.
Mammoths, again, are moving very
Yeah.
smooth onto this. I feel like if Barracuda's held something far and Jiggle Peek, they could punish this quick-moving style the Mammoths have. But until then, Mammoths are taking them.
Spike
Avian doing
planted.
well here to get one. Tom kind of turned off to going straight through Hookah with the fire. He's going to go for a nice little rotate. One does go through Hookah. Now Barracuda's those last two. The
player
only ones
standing.
coming on Master get shut down there. A shot from Garden is their only chance, but they've already checked every other alley, so they're sending one quick. Caught in the feet on the jump peak. He goes down, but they're ready for him. Atlas to pull a 3K with the Stinger. Finds them round 2. Now,
Yeah.
this is going to be the first like big gun round as we're moving into round 3.
Yeah, and now we can see if the Mammoths decide to keep playing this aggressive style or if they're going to tune it back a little bit with now seeing these Vandals and Phantoms coming from Barracudas. Because, you know, it could be part of their strat with like their pistol and their bonus round to be able to play really aggressive because they have the advantage with the guns, whereas now with the Phantoms and Vandals, they can kind of punish that a lot more. So we're going to see this third round to see if the Mammoths are going to keep playing at this really high pace here or going to kind of slow it down a little bit, maybe go with it. But it is a bonus round for Mammoths at the end of the day here. And not boombotting into Hookah. They're just using one Prowler and getting really aggressive with it. Seems like they want to keep this boombot for sight here, which I'm a big fan of. Unfortunately, it doesn't jump there. Yeah.
That's sad. It's all right, though. Be moving right in. Matrix seats quite a bit with the
They just
dog.
dogged the dog.
It's a good one. That's the dog. Oh, Matrix gets very close. The Headhunter is primed and ready. As soon as this smoke falls, it's going to be fast. So decides to use that time to try to flash out the other direction. Matrix now wants to
Gets him.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, a good
Say-
trade, though.
Spike
Slexic to back it
down
up.
B.
Yeah, I would say Avian went really deep there and then ended up just kind of going through. A great shot on the Master X there. These chambers in the Esports Tower Lily, I mean, you give them a Vandal or a Headhunter, I'm taking the Headhunter.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, something about a chamber Headhunter that really makes you feel a little different. I think, you know, people are more inclined to take that extra little time, whereas a Vandal, they're not gonna. But here we go, Avian. 1v2. Very low for Slexic.
player
Does get
standing.
him.
He's got to get both to even get to the
Yeah.
spike, though. He could walk U-Haul, and Tom knows he's got options, but
Oh, yeah, I would say he's really lived there from Avian, so Tom does secure the round. But overall, the Mammoths are very, very okay with that. Getting 4 members on the side of Barracudas, that puts a big dent in their eco, and now we're going to see Mammoths kind of have that full eco, and we're going to see a Seeker's already available as long as a Tour de Force. Tour de Force is now worth 8 points, by the way, so having a Tour de Force on round 4 is a pretty fast ultimate here.
no, it's a real flex. He's really pushing hard. And to have your Sentinel be that strong, like,
Well, we say Sentinel. But
yeah, no, but he is being aggressive. I'm surprised the Barracudas haven't taken a hard tilt like they are in this round to go either full or nothing and play against this flowing style the Mammoths have up. Massive first flash
Yeah,
just too
say.
early. Miss takes him down.
and that's part of the last round. We see that, you know, Barracudas are on a save here.
Spike down
Tom
A.
gets 2, but
Oh,
doesn't
Reskin
quite make
gets
it around.
2, yeah.
So Reskin gets to cap his next one.
Ooh.
Matrix waiting well. Has a good shot at that first one, but if this smoke goes down, Kinetic is going to have a much better chance at him. Let's see how it goes.
Smoke goes away, doesn't find anyone.
One
Oh.
enemy
Gets a
remaining.
plant.
Spike down
Oh,
A.
barely makes it out of there. Trying to get a better gun now. Switch the Ion Sheriff. Picks up Dark with the Vandal.
Definitely, I feel like can give the gun over to their teammate. Okay,
Yep.
and so I was say, they should probably swap
Yeah,
there.
good check.
Don't want to just give them a shorty and say, I have a sheriff, but I need it as well.
Kinetic now. Eyes on the spike. Still a little awkward.
Oh,
'cause
great.
Matrix
Oh,
finds one. Tries to get to it still. 40 seconds. He can play nice and slow here. He's got options, so he considers walking back around. Going to go front a truck. He's going to keep eyes on Matrix. He
That's a
tries to move
flash.
up. Good flash. The 180s.
oh, I mean, you know, sometimes the flash is good there, but unfortunately the flash weared off by the
gonna be
connect time
quick.
peaked it. Yeah. And now with that's kind of the flash changes right there. I mean, you see the flash go over, and then next thing you know, it's a lot smaller than it used to be. So, and now we're gonna see. I think it's a 2-2 now, or no, sorry, 3-1. I mean, it was close, another close round. So, I mean, Barracuda's got a lot of Mammoth eco there as well. So, these save rounds for these teams are definitely going quite well and making it so every round it's just kind of one-sided in terms of economy.
Yeah, we've got a good semi-save here. Hopefully that Judge stays all the way. Sure is. Love to see the raised Judge play. That's the name of aggression. Kinetic gonna help them walk right through here. Look for this 50-50 clear. As they do so, means this Boombot still safe.
Oh, it didn't clear
it. On it didn't.
Yeah,
so Master takes care of miss. The Judge goes down. I'm so sad. Kinetic though, trying to get through here, does get flashed pretty well.
Oh, and the dog.
Follow up.
Oh,
the dog
wow, he TP'd.
Through this TP. Now Kinetic really pinched in this. I just can't really move up. Decides to instead pace aside. Follows. Good tracking. And a quick reply with the util to find one. That hot hands is going to go right over. And Kinetic has a chance to surprise Master here. Sure does. Oh,
gets it though.
Paying off right there.
And yep, I'll say as soon as I saw Matrix on that flank, I knew they were going to peek right up there, just hit him one body shot, and then call that a day.
They just had her in that sandbox for so long. It fought almost everybody on the map.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate that Prowler didn't go through, so they might have to start thinking, okay, it might be worth to commit the Boombot there to really get full control of Hookah.
Actually, full, because or use the Prowler to check one side of the 50-50 and then send a double swing in to clear the other side. That would be fine too. They thought it was fully secure.
So they definitely learned their lesson there. So here we go. It's 3-2 now. A lot of back and forth. These rounds are pretty quick too. It's not really taking that much time. It seems like both teams are confident in what they're doing and want to keep kind of using that to their advantage here. KO ult is available to kind of stop this, but Slexic playing quite up here. Shorty,
beautiful,
great shot.
Just gave it to Slexic.
Oh, I thought he won that jiggle. Oh, there it is. Great jiggle peeking there from Slexic.
It was consistent.
Eventually, if they're there, they're going to keep eventually getting there. Master X gets his ult running back, goes down. Good try for the C's, yeah, but unfortunately it was a little far back.
Slexic.
So he knows it in the corner.
Yeah, I gave away that position. I feel like Kinetic could have done more with it, but they're just not on that
corner.
So
they just three-man there. Kinetic was definitely not safe in that corner. Now it is
Avian's turn. They are pushing on him now, too. Going to get out of here. It's not the best angle for a tour de force, considering that they're coming up beside him as well. So Master pre-fires.
I think they actually hit him once there in Avian, but we'll see.
Sending the wall.
Doesn't have any flashes here, but has one.
Watch out.
Molly available. Avian slowly peeking it. Gets one. Has one more bullet left of the tour de force, I believe. So
30 seconds left.
Actually does not have any more bullets. I lied. And now just trying to get one more,
you know. Avian might not know that. He's playing nice and slow around this corner.
Oh, he
very close.
I call it like a fake peek, where you're peeking around the corner, but you're doing it out of just like a I checked that corner, not like a oh he's gonna be there corner.
Right.
Because you saw him flick to the right, and then he instantly looked like middle, so it was like a check, not gonna be there and look around, but he was there, so he kind of panicked back.
It was a safety check, and then you end up with you know, the double take.
Yep. Happens all the time where, you know.
And his positioning gave away that he didn't take it legitimately either.
Yeah.
Because you either swing wide close or walk slow far, but he was right down the middle.
Yeah, and it was kind of a bait, I think, as well, because that flash coming from main like that, he was like, oh, well, maybe his teammate's probably not there because he's going to flash his teammate, and he did.
Yeah.
But we'll see here. 3-3 now. It is evened up here.
And look at all that ult. I was going to say, if they don't pull an early ult, I'll be surprised.
One strike's going out, but they're not taking the space for it, so.
No, it was just like a safety clearance. Now they can turn their back to the left, so they push hard on the site to the right. Look at all that smoke. Just absolutely dumped his utility. Brent's basically useless. Yeah.
And they last long enough, but after this kind of goes through, oh, Master X misses the flash there. Does have the KO ult here, so Tom gets one pick. After all that time, the first kill does go down here. Another trade, 4v4 here. Slexic looking to get one, gets one.
Playing deep, finds one. Might be chance for.
Oh!
On the rotate goes crazy. Master to find one as well. There's only one man left.
1v1. Slexic, I think you take Slexic in this bet. Yeah, what an insane flick.
That was ridiculous.
That was crazy. I mean, Kinetic thought they had a good angle there, but Slexic just flicked that. That's a moment where you're like, wow.
Yeah, no. Slexic wasn't there for that. His ancestors just took control of his body.
That's what you call just pure reaction.
Yes.
Right? That is like a, okay, that is, you know, once in a however long that happens, but that's just a flick, and you actually hit it, though.
Yeah, it was a flying flick. Like, he didn't, yeah.
That was an insane play, and, you know, got a 3K. But, oh, that's a big 3K to get because that puts the Barracudas in the lead now with 4-3 here. You just swap it up. I do like this side of the chamber here option of kind of swapping up the sides that you're playing a lot to keep them honest. You can play a little aggressive at all these different spots to see if they're playing it aggressive or not. Well, good try there, Tom.
Interesting. The 3-wall flash. It's a good one.
He did get a cubby for that, but now he's one flash less. Oh, one's close. Oh, SA. Redskin actually got caught with the knife out. Classic.
Thomas aggression.
Yeah, Connect was sitting in the TP there because they threw utility through.
Yeah. Now he's getting utility a little bit more, try to get something out of here, but that was maybe not the one. They have to flash in further. Does 180 that flash, but they just got him with the double peek. He couldn't, he tried to adjust spray and ended up right in the
They just kept running. It's pretty hard when they, you know, they just kind of go out of the specter. Wow, great shot by Avian. Instantly TPs. Make sure he's not too greedy. Wants that econ for his team to be good. Oh, Matrix gets one.
Yeah, good correction there. Gonna walk up, knows one's here. Miss.
Oh, almost had the shot there, but Mr. gets a little too fast. And now 4-4, and these teams are just in the grid of it, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
And it's a high energy game,
yeah.
too. I'm liking it.
And I really enjoy how, you know, Mammoths are not letting up. And what I mean by that is they're doing the same stuff that they want to do. They're playing aggressive. They're playing, I would say, very coordinated. Like, even if they're not instantly rushing at the beginning of the round, there's at one point in the round where they're going to be three or four of their members going all at once together. And I think that's a really important thing when it comes to attack. And in their minds, they're probably telling themselves, hey, it's bind, let's get 1 to 2 more rounds, and then we're in a really good spot in the stack. Oh, here comes the judge.
Oh, Master had the chance to go crazy on that one, but Kinetic was too quick. Watched it a little bit wider of the angle and set up a nice net there. Avian deliberately checking corners here. I like it. It has a SEAL team feel when he plays.
Oh, he shot, though. He shot. Yeah, I was going to say, Avian definitely knew he was down there.
Yeah, gave it away, and Misser takes 2 to back up Avian. Barracudas have only got 1 left, and it's...
Tom's like,
he's like, I don't want to go in there.
It's like Metal Gear, where it's like the exclamation point. Except for, yeah. But he's just waiting in the corner. He's like, I can't let them find me.
Gotta check this 50-50, but they're already on him. There's nothing to check. That's
a flash. Pop flash. Pop flash himself, though. Get the space. Okay, no.
I thought that was going to be huge.
I mean, I think actually it might have had a gun there, but I think he didn't even know he figured it out because he was flash as well.
I think it was on the ground.
Yeah, but 45 here, 4-2-5, not 4v5, 4-2-5. And we're going to see the Mammoths in the lead here. On attack, like I said, I think, you know, right now they'd be fine with probably going 7-5. Just kind of the nature of Bind being the defensive sided, but as we've seen the last game or two, maybe that's kind of not a good statement to make because we've seen Esports Tower. These attacks have been pretty brutal.
It's true. And Barracudas here, they've got a decent buy round right here, enough to buy, as well as almost every ult on the board.
That is true. They have all four. They have four ults.
All 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5, baby. Here we go. Does have a Seeker kind of gets that space in showers here. Does have the... Oh, wow, instantly gets that right back.
No, Kinetic.
No, he's in the corner now, though. Does have the raise nade. I don't know if they're using it now. He gets across the corner somehow here, though. It does go down to Avian from long. Ooh. Great kind of crossfire set up. Connect's got to be careful here. Yeah. And wow.
I was not thinking it was going to go that way. Master had good space control there. Got into the cubby, played nice little like red light, green light as he turned around, but just absolutely punished by good crosshair placement.
Matrix gets one. That's what they needed here. 4v3 at least. Does have Seekers available from Atlas. Good a play and actually just overcharged, which is really unfortunate. Not going to do either.
No, kind of takes away plan options. Got to fight back to it, and they've got one in the hallway. Atlas still feeling pressure from all sides. So we start moving.
There's a Seekers from the enemy team here, and they get a lot of value out of this.
Enemy remaining.
Ooh, Select 6 takes 2. Atlas still, it wasn't pushed on. They dropped the Seekers and let her keep it. Still waiting for those plant noises. He's going to get it anyways.
Oh, yeah. I think he saw the gun.
Close.
I don't think he did.
So. Make sure still coming.
Oh, yeah.
Down. Tight. Had the chance to push a few times.
Yeah, let's say we definitely saw kind of just a lot of back and forth here. And these shots up close are insane. I mean, getting those big time plays here is a big part of this game here. And now I think Mammoths are up 6-4. So definitely pretty optimal for them. And, you know, do have the Seekers and they have the Showstopper. Oh yeah, I don't think we've yet to see the Showstopper, so maybe kind of looking for that chance for them to get really open space and get a kill off that. But you know, we're going to see as we go on these rounds, and it's going to be round 11
look
now.
at that last round was so damaging to Barracudas.
Yeah.
I mean, they dumped 3 ults. Now they're looking at a Stinger, a Marshall, and a Sheriff. They're playing uphill here. Hopefully that Sheriff can find something. Matrix, though, a little run and gun action from 50 yards. Not going to get him very far. Master, similar situation. Rezkin to take him down, and that's 2 eyes on Hookah, so they're not going to want to divide the team, even though it's a hard rotate from the Mammoth. So this could be a big surprise from Toma.
Oh, Tom's looking left side, but they're coming from right side.
Oh, just caught too far. Wants to flank out. He has seen everyone's name tag. It's a big rotate from the Barracudas, and Mammoths are just taking over. Rezkin to find a second for the round. Ace potential, not going to say it. They streamline straight back to B, all the way into it. Dark now. Trying to set up a good 50-50 to find one just barely on a trade. They play against him. Misser and Avian to come out on top with a 2. Selectsic.
Great wide peek there, and like that's a good wide peek just to go.
Yes.
You saw Avian almost pseudo pop and swing there of just holding left all the way through. Is not going to jiggle against a 2-to-4 as you rightfully should. That was a great play there.
Yeah, a good recognition of like what the tools the other player had.
Yeah, exactly.
And how those like play too. He was like, oh, you should not be holding a 2-to-4 right there. Watch what I can do.
Yeah, he knows he's a 2-to-4, no other guns, so he's like, I'm going to just do this right away. And now we're seeing 7-4 here for Mammoths. And they're doing a fantastic job. They look really in sync. I'd love to see kind of a showstopper here used from Raze. They have a lot of ults as well. Could see the instant U-Haul ult, yep, and then we can see them. Oh, good TP from Selectsic. Anyone else, it's probably a really hard play to do. But unfortunately, Chamber was there. Here comes the Seekers.
U-Haul kill. Selectsic going to try to recover.
Oh, wow.
They just turned a blind-eyed U-Haul after hitting it with the ult.
Yeah.
Almost a little bit wasted the ult there.
Great play by Selectsic, though, by just getting straight back into the U-Haul. He knows they're going to think it's clear. Instantly peeks it with the Seekers, too.
It's the exact same as when people don't respect the KO time.
Oh, Raze is playing on top. A little aggressive there.
Master going to almost find one more. Yep, sure does. Keeps moving on in. It's a very streamlined approach. They're going to head back to U-Haul to get that space. They own enough.
Oh, wow.
They can start.
Oh.
But Avian is too good.
Almost gets that third one, but does go down. It's not going to be 7-5 for the half here. Barracudas get a pretty convincing round, and now it's going to be Mammoth's defense against the Barracudas attack, who has done a good job in the past here. So this time not playing that 3 initiator, but still have that KO and Sky that they're both very comfortable with. So definitely going to be a big attack for them to kind of show up here.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean, the Barracudas have been pushing so hard, and if they weren't on a comeback feeling round right here, they could have taken it. But they only had enough creds to buy guns because they lost several in a row. They were kind of on the back foot and looking to turn around. It's a shame that this is the half they're looking into. But now on a fresh roll, I'd love to see a good snowball effect and see 2 rounds. The Barracudas bring it up to a tie, maybe.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're going to see kind of how these teams are going to stay in the grit and who wants to get to that grand finals at the end of the day.
Interesting. We're seeing almost full Ghost loadout. Could be a slower round feel.
I think a lot of people are just kind of starting to get a lot more comfortable with the Ghosts, with kind of that one kind of small piece of utility and going with the Ghosts. I mean, it seems like a lot of people are just kind of using that, similar to like classics and things like that. So we'll see how it goes. Full utility for the initiators, though. We see Tom full utility as well as Matrix.
Tom make eye contact a few times with Misser.
Oh, great headshot.
What a jaw hit. Gonna send Misser all the way back to the board.
Oh, gets 2.
Unfortunately goes down. Kinetic gonna be the one to find that Rezkin.
A lot of damage done, though.
Selectsic making their way around. Gonna catch Misser completely off guard here, maybe. Ooh, no, Misser finds it.
And it's unfortunate because Selectsic is probably a little angry about himself because he had his classic out because he knew that he was low, but he ended up going back to that Headhunter. Yeah. Wow, gets 2 at literally like 10 HP here.
On the retreat for sure. Dark looking to find one. Gets stuck with a rough crosshair, and Mammoths only lose 1 that round.
I would say that was a convincing round for Mammoths there. They won pretty wholeheartedly there.
It was adaptation to what happened. Like, Misser realized they were in a rough position when they got seen 3 times and shot once or twice. Just falls back to a better spot and is able to take one.
And the thing is about Misser is, I mean, they had 10 HP for literally at the beginning of the round. They got instantly headshot, went back and got 2 kills because of it. And it wasn't even the Raze utility, that really did anything. It was just pure aim.
No, it's just staying cool.
Yeah.
That's round 1, and now we see Mammoths going with the hard push, grabbing everything they can off the table. Marshall, Stinger, Bulldog, it is all up for grabs. They want this point snowballing.
Yep, and here we go. Selexi has 15 kills, was AV, and the 2 chambers staying on the top of both leaderboards at the moment here.
Barracuda's walking right down the B long, unprotected. They will get pretty deep in before anything goes wrong.
Smoke goes down, they go through it though.
Yeah, they just keep charging. Dark making his way all the way back. He's got a frenzy and he's feeling the energy. Matrix gets into the tube and goes straight down. Rescan finding 2, backed by Atlas.
Oh, Avian does see him, unfortunately. When you have and when you have a frenzy that far, you feel hopeless because your gun does no damage.
Avian just being mean.
Master
with the
Relic
knife
for
out.
plan here. But unfortunately, yeah, I would say we saw the Rays kind of poking in the side, and as soon as that's going to happen, they're going to go down.
Box. And now winning with 5 people on the board. That was even more convincing than the last round. They were feeling hot.
I mean, it definitely is pretty unfortunate there, you know. Goes into spawn, finds Avian, but unfortunately has a frenzy, and your frenzy from that distance, like I said, is not going to hit.
I think that's why he was trying to charge it so fast.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to be at the end of a hallway with a frenzy. It just didn't work out.
9-5 now. It's going to be the bonus here from Mammoth. Is if Mammoth win this round, it'd be very hard for Barracuda to come back.
But it could happen.
Absolutely could.
Barracuda's moving right up. Mammoth's holding a little bit more aggressively here with Miss Her being right up.
Oh, wow.
Not gonna get
Great
anywhere.
shot.
Thomas shuts it down. I like the dump smoke tactic where he throws all 3 smokes just in a straight line.
Hey, if the one thing that Brim kind of really brings to the table is, you know, even though he can't recharge his smokes, he can get 3 smokes at once, and they last a long time.
They do.
Like,
It's basically a Viper wall with extra steps.
Great flash. Over a long time that flash.
The chambers are going crazy. Each take 1.
Oh, yeah.
Dark with good eyes on the spike, but not much else. So Selexi takes 1 down.
Oh, great shot by Avian. 2v2 now. At a gun disadvantage, though. Yeah, say Dark
with the
gets
transfer.
Great, just, you know, clean double kill, gets the first one, goes the other one, waits a second, shoots his bullets, does a great job.
And if it wasn't, there was one more down in main that was ready to catch him.
Yeah,
the
for a
crossfire.
trade, for sure, yeah. And that's just, when you're Barracudas, that's a round you kind of have to win there. You definitely cannot lose that round, because you lose that round, you're in kind of that stuck loop of buying, saving, buying, saving. So definitely do not want to get into that spot. Gets a great win here. Mammoth's now going to be on their attack round as well.
However, they just lost everything they got on that bonus and get to buy up with the
Yes,
they've been
exactly.
saving.
They get a full buy here.
Ooh. Okay.
And we're seeing the smokes probably come down. Dark's kind of throwing those things down. Uses all 3 smokes once again like Dark. Smokes off the operator, which is good.
You want to play? Let's play.
And there is the tour de force coming with the Barracudas.
Yeah, he got a nice sight down B long and went for the upgrade after seeing everybody come to his table. We do have one on flank potential here if they can move around nice and smooth, but we haven't seen all of the Barracudas.
Spike down B.
So they're moving slow. Dark.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, what? So much TTK.
Sometimes when you're flanking, you get a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And right now, definitely still have yet to take sight, though.
One enemy
With numbers
remaining.
everywhere, take sight just like that. There we go. Barracudas take another round, which is a big round to win, and it's down 7-9. And the Mammoths are probably going to have to save this next round here. Big flank here, and, you know, they missed some shots that was kind of scary, but they did their job. They got 2.
It did. Cashed in on it. I was honestly surprised they took that second one, but he stayed cool.
Yeah.
Kept moving. Found a second.
Sometimes when you're behind them, and sometimes you're like, oh, they're not going to move, and they move, and you start freaking out a little bit. You're like, oh, no.
You want the perfect one.
Exactly. But Selexi has 19 kills, and Avian with the 18. Once again, these chamber battle is going back to back.
They're good.
Yep.
Op versus Stinger. Who's going to take it?
Oh, I think that the KO has the operator.
Does, yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yes. But it's
Matrix gets a pick, though. Has a stinger, but definitely with how they were moving was not going to be ready for that one. Planning A already. Now 5v3 with a pretty good setup here.
Barracudas do have a wide hold on the map. Like, Mammoths are going to have to check a lot to really get through, or be under serious
Last
retake
player
protection.
standing.
Retake. Avian playing long distance games. Just trying to protect himself here, but he's not under threat there. Matrix up front. Oh, just waiting. They're not.
Oh, wow. What a
That
shot.
was good.
Yeah.
Looking for Bath. Yeah, it felt like an off angle. I didn't think that was going to be that quick, but very good work.
Definitely wants to go down here.
Yep.
You're going to see, honestly, if Avian, let's see if he uses, oh,
An
gets
elbow
two.
shot, and
I
doesn't go
don't
down.
think they want to save here, though,
think so
because they're not going to have any credits.
Do you think that he knows the other ones are saving, so he's trying to get outros?
I mean, kind of, but at the end of the day, you're actually losing so many credits by doing that. And all he has is a classic. I mean, I don't know how he feels about that, but
Right.
we're going to see kind of how this next round goes in terms of his econ. He's definitely not going to have too many bullets. He does have full armor, so maybe he is saving that going for that. Because, yeah, he didn't have to buy anything this round. He only had to buy armor, had that 2 to 4, so might have enough. And we see our first timeout for, I think, for a little bit here. But I think it's a good timeout. We haven't seen him in a while here. It's a great job, especially since we just saw the Mammoths lose about 3 to 4 rounds in a row. So definitely need to stop and get a break here.
Yeah, and you're talking about that like econ back and forth. It's kind of
Exactly.
a stressful situation.
Yeah.
Plus, they're already on their like last chance qualifier here for the grand final coming up right after this. So they've got to talk it out, make sure this one plays well to try to get back on the front foot before double digits come out.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like morale, when you, like I said, it's when you get in that kind of that loop, I like to call it, is where it's like a buy save, and you can't get out of it. It's a good job to kind of take a timeout. All right, let's talk about what we need to fix here, and then let's win this really important round coming up here because they still are in the lead. It's still 9-8. Like, so you should be ready to go. You know, high hopes. You're still winning, but now you just need to figure out, okay, what are they doing that we're not, or what are we doing that we shouldn't be doing?
It feels like you're holding onto the trophy, but you're like falling downhill.
Exactly. You've got a big lead, but then you look behind you, and the runner's getting close.
Right. Pulling that op out for Selexic.
There it is. Yeah, I would say, I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's miscommunication there, but didn't have the op last round. I think Tom had it, so Selexic definitely saying, hey, no, let me work with this
All right,
op
my
here
turn.
this time. Yeah. Because he can get out of those scenarios that, you know, other agents can't. That's the whole thing. It's not because of one's better than the other using the op. It's that the agent allows you to use the
Yeah,
op.
he's got the get out of jail free card.
Yeah, exactly.
Master going to be moving right up. Doesn't want to play into this beautifully placed defensive smoke.
Ooh,
so
Avian.
they may
Great
wait it
pick.
out.
That's just what they need here.
Spike in pocket still. Tama doesn't even want it.
Yeah, I think they're just going to kind of, you know, getting a lot of space here, looking at what picks they want to go with to kind of see how they want to scout this out. Ooh, Avian gets another pick here.
Dark lets him know A is not the move. People are playing pretty aggro there.
Oh, so close.
It just doesn't look fantastic. They've made their way quite a ways up B. Selexic in a little bit of an awkward spot here. Open to a few angles. A quick flash. Let's
Oh,
go for
great
it,
flash
Master.
and peek.
To clear that garden is good. And this is nice. The run it back trade with the ult, or sorry, the op.
Yeah, but Selexic doesn't have his operator set up here, and they're going to kind of run into a molly. Tom gets a great pick onto Rezkin here. 3v3. Has a judge. Oh,
Miss her could have a big
yeah,
one
going to
here.
look close here. Does for the nade.
Good nade call. Gets flamed out. Decides to
Oh,
go back
a lot
instead
of
forward.
damage.
And good, so much damage. And that boombot doesn't find
Yeah, I'd
anything.
say he
10
just
seconds
missed,
left.
actually,
Atlas
unfortunately.
has a chance here. They might be watching that way. It's a little bit of a team flash, so it slows down the double peak.
Oh!
What the spray transfer.
One enemy
Ooh,
remaining.
does find one, but goes down now. Barracuda's.
It ran out of time, actually. Wow, they saw the plant, and they ran out of time.
Last player standing.
What an insane
Scary.
shot there once again, though, by Atlas. We saw an insane flick. I think we probably have a replay on this, but wow. Long time for the plant, though. It was a really good molly here from Brim that made it so they had a lot of time to stall there. I think that was a big one of the pieces here, but Atlas had a crazy shot there. Stops the plant, makes it so they win the round. And now, after the timeout, Mammoths end that streak, go up 10-8 in the driver's seat. But a lot of ults still have that orbital strike for both teams here, so definitely looking to get a lot of space out of both of these. Avian, once again.
Ooh, a tight hold on this one. Matrix might not want to push this early into the round. Looks like we're going to pick that spike up. Still just tasting and testing things out. Ooh, first noise to pull this out.
Great fake.
Headhunter
I like that
finds
play
it.
a lot.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
And he's going to capitalize on it, just
Yeah,
move
with the judge,
straight up,
too.
but so is other people. I don't know if he heard or not, but he is out of there. Decides to TP back, holding heaven.
Yeah.
Nobody pushes back.
And I kind of like what Mammoths are doing right now because they're really spreading out in terms of their defense, and then they're not getting too much. They're waiting for the enemy team. They know the Barracudas are definitely playing default these last couple rounds. They're going to take these 1v1 gunfights because Mammoths feel a little bit stronger right now on that, and we can clearly see that with how Avian and stuff is playing.
No, they're capitalizing on the fact that they hold the clock. There's no reason to get aggressive.
Yep.
Once you've taken a kill, you have the numbers game, and now you're winning. Don't give it up, because people have been good on trades this round. They play Ring Around the Rosie with that smoke, and it might take Master's life for it.
Got his armor out of the way, which is a big thing.
Yeah, you can't get that back, but he can heal the rest of it. Selectsic around the corner has already broken the 50-50 on Hookah and is looking to try to take care of Atlas, who is one sneeze away from going down.
I'll say, yeah.
Through the wall, Selectsic. A little bit of pressure, takes care of one.
Enemy remaining.
Nobody on site either, so he gets a free plant. He's also feeling low, though.
Ooh, look at Master, I'll say.
Master walking around with the last Mammoth as well.
Kind of scary here because they can just give a gun. Oh, Avian has a gun, and it's going to have a pretty big advantage.
Nice.
Yeah.
Avian still has a bit of a hero's journey to get back. He's going to take the TP instead of the walk around, so they know what angle he's coming from. Low on time. They're going to be ready for him. They already throw some utility out to get ready to receive here. He's standing high and open.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice wall bang
That was a
there.
good one.
Yeah, because, you know, the two, like, those walls are really thin. So for him to just kind of know he was in that general area, shoot through, they both were low. And I think he kind of took that play because he knew that Selectsic was like 10 HP from communication from his team. So ends up kind of just taking the rest of that TP play. But overall, I think Mammoths right now are playing really well. I think the biggest thing that's kind of looks like it's hurting is Barracuda's default. It seems that Mammoths are kind of winning a lot of these solo gunfights, and so this default is definitely not working in their favor.
Yeah, play by numbers, and then really saddle down.
They have a lot of ults
Strap
here,
in.
so definitely could be looking for that as well.
Yep, there's one.
Yep.
And another. They start charging straight in. 5-man team. It looks like they were listening. Drops that. Grim wall.
They heard the shorty.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, nice wall bang.
Beautiful response. Just good anti-eco there. A couple of shots off towards heaven just in case. Going to start moving right in. The real wall pops up. A beautiful curve. Really sets up a nice spike plant. This ult, going to be watching from the side. Kind of refused by that wall. But so close. Oh, maybe pierced his ear, but just couldn't quite find it. Avian not feeling great. Tom is going to find one. Pretty deep in now. It's all on site. Only one left, and they're coming after him.
Okay, gets that one of all of them. Misses 4, but hits that fifth shot.
It's the one blind.
Yeah.
That's when you know you can trust your gut. They've got him.
Avian
there.
would like to
They're
play
just
the
playing
game, please.
They took his ball and went home.
Wow. And Barracudas are definitely spicing it up here. We're seeing a lot more aggression here that round. We saw the ults being used, and they're doing a good job of using these walls too. We've seen a lot of wall bang kills in the last 2 rounds. We saw 2 there on that round, shooting the one through that wall with the shorty, heard the shorty, played a little different angle, did a great job. So
yeah,
Barracudas are definitely not out yet, and it's not 10-10.
No, beautiful play. They just understand the game so well.
And it's crazy because, you know, I was kind of talking about, you know, okay, hey, the defaults don't seem to be working for them, and then they don't do it, and then they win those rounds. So definitely doing a pretty good job there. And they have 2 ults still from last round. So they have the Orbital Strike available for them, and they also have the Seeker. So have 2 in their arsenal to get going.
They decide to slow it down a little bit, maybe not playing full bum rush, but keeping one in the back and then splitting the rest. Spike is looking to make its way on site. Here's that entry utility. It's going to be the Seekers. Don't get a lot of value. In fact, Kinetic is going to take Tom down right through the smoke here now. Spike is standing alone, and Dart making his way onto the field.
Oh, Crouch.
Does get caught by miss on Crouch. Coming in through, clears Hookah back for them, and now their players are so split. They may as well go A, and it's going to be a real journey to get back together with the other person as this Spike has to walk very dangerously through. Yeah, it looks like they're going to take the long way around, and Master is going to try to set up camp and get ready for him.
Yeah, get a flash. They know they're there now, but if you see Chamber, he's just sitting in Haven waiting. Does have the operator, gets 1 shot off. It is a 2v4 now, but they know they have an operator. The flash. Yeah, wow, the pre-fire. Avian might not get off kills if they can see, but the moment you flash him, he's good for at least 1 flash kill.
Seeing the Chamber kill through the smoke or on the flash of a Phoenix. We've seen that like 3 or 4 times now.
Yep.
He has the Phoenix flash play down pat.
And, you know, as a Phoenix, sometimes you might just have to throw a flash and wait till after the flash at this point because they're hitting every single time, it seems like, that they're flashed.
Avian trains with the monitor off.
No, he has it on, but it's all white because it's a flashbang.
That good.
Yeah. You know, like people used to like look away from the monitors for flashbangs, so like the eyes didn't adjust. He just stares right at it. So I know exactly where they are. And here we are, 10 to 11. These teams just go back and forth. Who wants it more? If Mammoth win this round, it is basically game point for them after.
Ooh. Master charging right in. Hopefully he catches somebody here in this cheeky position as they start pushing straight into Hookah. Instead, one is walking long. There could be a good chance for some cheeky stuff.
They know
here.
they're going to trip there. Ooh, the teammates smoked it, I believe.
Yeah, some crazy smoke
Spike
there. Atlas
down,
maybe
B.
find
Last
one.
Oh,
player
does get the
standing.
flank, too.
Yep, and he was the one that came out.
Oh, Slexic. 4v1, though. Kinetic gets the kill and is now game point here for the Mammoths. Ever since they called the timeout, they have yet to lose a round. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting.
That's all I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
It's a free utility.
Exactly. It's the coach utility.
Ooh, coach
Coach
utility.
agent, as we like to call it.
Colt.
Persuasion.
Ultimate persuasion. It goes back to the checkerboard, X's and O's. Guys,
Exactly.
okay, look at this.
That's right. And now we're going to see, you know, the game point when we get after this replay here. And it is now do or die for Barracudas. They have to win 2 rounds in a row
To bring it
to
the
get
first
to overtime. And that's not even the win.
No, you don't even get a snack break for first overtime.
Nope. And here we go. Slow Avian right up top there. Hasn't played up there all game, but now uses it with that operator kind of combo. Does a great job. Instantly starts the round off with a numbers advantage.
Yeah, just stealing gameplay from Miss Her, who is still posted up in the corner she loves to be in.
Oh, look at Kinetic. Got a real lot of space there. And I like that. Just kind of sitting in the corner, not playing too aggressive, not taking the extra, you know, whatever chance it might be at the chance.
No, it's like a real mousetrap. Just runs in, takes the space, and camps on it.
There's the Phoenix running back here. Gonna flash himself.
Big.
Oh, Avian. I say Avian with the operator is going crazy. You heard see us smoke and flashes.
Hunt with the operator. Just sends it right through the smoke. Here will be one more
Yeah,
time.
that's a little too aggressive there, Avian, but
It's all right.
4v2 still. They have the Fade ult for the retake.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
but Spike goes
They
down.
get her.
Spike
One
down.
person left.
And the ult dump. Matrix still
One
finds 2 and
enemy
Maynard turns
remaining.
around for this 4th kill. He's going
Whoa.
crazy. They have got almost every debuff on him. Oh, get this man a glass of milk.
Oh, so close.
So close.
Matrix almost
Defenders
aced
win.
to keep him in alive, but they do finish it. And of course, esports want to be seen by expert college recruiters. Talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers. Then join the club. Esports Tower players get their insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. And of course, the Mammoths take down the Barracudas, set up a revenge match versus the Hammerheads. And what an insane match back and forth there. What were your kind of overall thoughts on the game there, Greg?
I loved it. It was very high energy, and I loved seeing them go back and forth and accommodate to situations. They took a break when they needed to and really dominated. Just a really solid game. Some good players out there.
Absolutely. It sets the standard for the grand finals, which are going to be the next games right after this break, so do not go anywhere, and we'll see you right after this.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back to this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We are broadcasting from the Boise State Esports Arena, and welcome to the Esports Tower Summer Rumble. It is time for our grand finals. Can the Hammerheads go back-to-back in the Rumbles, or can the Mammoths avenge a round 1 loss last week and claim their first title of the fall? I'm your host, Brandon Redhots Kozianski, and joining me to call the action today, of course, is none other than Greg Oldsoul Smith. And Greg, when it comes down to revenges, right, it's more so a little bit more stake is on the line. Rather than just meeting someone up in grand finals for the first time, you lost them first to kick you off, and you're like, hey, I'm back. It's like pushing them off the edge. What do you kind of think that entails for both teams, the winner team and the losers team?
I think the losers get a chance to show that they have something else in the pocket with a fresh start. You know, you're halfway through the game, you might be able to like, maybe if we put more people over here, this or that. But when you come back for a whole nother game, you can say, oh, they played very attack heavy. We're getting another initiator. You know, they get a fresh chance to approach things totally differently. And the winners don't really. They did it right the first time. They don't have a lot to change.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's, we've done this before, let's do it again. We know they're going to be different this time, but we just need to play our game, I think, at the end of the day. So definitely excited to kind of see what both teams do and how they kind of approach that. And, of course, we have Doc's Keys of the Game, which is presented today by Esports Tower. Scroll Pro advice at esportstower.com. And then, of course, in Valorant, want to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, count cards, call those abilities, and click those heads. And that is improve your game sense, improve your performance under pressure, improve your team play. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. That is Esports Tower. And of course, the last grand finals is going to be the Hammerheads versus Mammoths. And I guess I missed the memo today, which is let's everyone pick bind. But of course, we see the bracket and how they got here. Hammerheads beat the Mammoths in the first round. We saw the Mammoths go all the way, now losers. They beat BFL, they beat the Barracudas, now they're back. And so Hammerheads versus Mammoths in that grand finals. And of course, like I said, no other great map to do it on than bind for the third time. But I mean, these teams, it's interesting because it's not the traditional bind. Traditional bind that we've seen in the past and in pro play is very slow, very defensive sided. All these teams play, you know, all that stuff. But these teams in Esports Tower are kicking up the attack a notch. We've seen the attack actually end up winning a lot more rounds than the defenders here. So I'm a big fan of this high energy, and I want to keep seeing these executions playing well.
Yes, love these high energy games. They are making this sandy oasis into a field of fire.
That is true.
They're jumping right in, and I love to see the really like flow state that sometimes these attacking sides get into, where like we talked about this, they like check an angle and bounce right away from it. Like some of these are like double take peaks.
And a lot of good trades as well. We've seen a lot of great trades. I think that's a really good key when it comes to good attacks, is even if you don't know where they are, seeing where they are, instantly trading. Of course, if you want to scan that QR code on the screen there, that's for Vitamin Shop, and it has everything a gamer could need. And you can try their latest products if you scan on that QR code once again. So, of course, looking out for that. But kind of like going back to what you said about bind, it's just, you know, it comes down to, I think, a lot of the execution here. I think it's going to be a lot of the team that gets these attack wins more than anything else. That's going to kind of get that advantage for the win here. So definitely a lot of pressure for both teams to kind of figure out what they're going for bind. I think one of the biggest things that I'm going to say is Chamber, right? I mean, Avian on the Chamber last round dropped like 25 kills, had a fantastic game here. And we've also been seeing, you know, these Cyphers do a pretty good job here, so looking forward to that as well.
That's true, but I just wouldn't want to be flying Chamberless on this map. It's so, like, there's so many tight places that that jump is so convenient. Though we have seen this Cypher be so helpful to, like, help an anchor point really tie down. So this KO, we're probably going to see him watch a lot of sites alone. Mammoths setting up with Justice Sky on the B side, backed by Rezkin.
Yeah, and by the way, that Phoenix is Shoujo again, who's been playing the Phoenix this entire time. So just letting you guys know that that is still Shoujo. But Sunny Lee is actually going to sub in for Saibo in the grand finals here. And the Hammerheads have been working more on reading the enemy and countering their plays for the Hammerheads. And of course, the Mammoths have been looking really impressive since losing, and they felt like they got a rematch. They could take them down again. But Avian starting off hot right away, getting that kill. Has 2 more bullets as well. Ooh, great shot by Cats, a big player of Hammerheads here.
Yeah, backing up Kilconen there. A good response. We're going to see the Hammerheads move back around, not feeling the bath scene. Start moving towards B, where it's being watched pretty tightly by 2 people. Right behind the tube.
Oh, wow.
To watch this 50-50 and get through Garden. Won't be a lot of pressure to do so, but standing up. Yeah, no concuss. It starts to smoke it in.
Oh, wow.
A quick tap and a fast read.
Oh, great job
right
by
around.
Shoujo there, playing so aggressive, getting to the right of them. Reskin had a lineup for a
Spike
molly
planted.
on the A side, by the way. That's why you saw him staring at the sky for a little bit. But it's 3v2 here. Now going to be a hard retake for Mammoths because they have that smoke in spawn. But does go away here, so here comes the retake. A 2v3 has Haunt and a Prowler available. Doesn't find anyone with the Prowler. Here comes the Haunt.
Oh, Shoujo making contact again
Last
while Misser
player
needs to go
standing.
down by Happy. Kinetic now looking to hold this place.
There's Haunt.
Find you.
Yeah, they've got to pick these 2 out. Oh, wow. Sunny Lee makes it through. He's going to tap the spike. Ooh, tries to 150 that, but it's just not enough for a 2-swing afterward. It goes down.
The Hammerheads take the first round on the attack, and it seems like the kind of common theme here today is that the attack pistol round has been winning a lot more. Honestly, I think it's been every round today that the attack's won.
Right.
We've seen all on bind too, so at this point you never know. Of course, it's Kilconen on the Cypher, who, hey, I want to say on attack you got to look out for him. He is a very aggressive player on Cypher.
Aggressive Sentinels is starting to feel like the name of the game here, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think Chamber definitely paved the way for that, and of course, that's just how it works with Avian. You've seen just getting all these first bloods and kind of going at it.
Looks like we're going to feel a split stack moving on from the Hammerheads. Quick 50-50 check to get through here, though. It doesn't feel like the Mammoths like, sorry, the Hammerheads. No, the Mammoths like to hold too tightly onto that hookah. So it usually gets in for free. Now that they're up at the window, ooh, they skip the wallbang stage and go straight down. Jonan is going to find one. Reskin backs it up. Cats and Kinetic to find theirs. Everybody's going down. It's a 2v3 now. Misser and Co are just now getting to the stage.
Spike
Sunny
planted.
Lee gets a free plant out before they get back and throw those rays.
Oh, what does go down? They do get, now it's a 2v2 here. They do get a Spectre as well, so they have the Headhunter on the side of Avian, so definitely a decently close, matchup here in terms of guns.
Sunny Lee almost had a massive one right there. Going to get a little bit of
Player
damage.
standing.
Wall Misser takes Sunny Lee. Those walls are paper thin.
Oh, and Avian,
gets
there's that
caught.
one shot. Like I was saying, the Headhunter gets the headshot onto Happy, and just like that, Mammoths win a great thrifty round.
Oh, yeah. Those headhunters, just forehead
Man.
magnets.
And the thing about it, though, is when you take into consideration the last round, Avian getting that 1 to 2 picks on those kills gives them enough credits to really use the Headhunter on a save round. So whenever you see those guys get those kills on that first round, they're actually very meaningful no matter if they win or lose here. And it just sucks here because the pen on the Spectre in Hookah is terrible. The Spectre has no pen at all. You cannot shoot through that wall, and that's exactly what happened. Kind of just got caught in the walls and unfortunately could not finish him off. And now it's a 1-1, and Hammerheads definitely do not probably feel pretty good about that one, whereas the Mammoths are kind of a half buy here along with 2 bonuses as well.
Oh, Avian could blow this up. I don't know how much he's expecting, but he's at a bit of an off angle with the Spectre. May give this orb a nice tap. Let's see who comes out from it. Everybody, the whole squad. It's a 1-for-1, but the info is huge, so we see a fast rotate from a lot of people. In fact, the Hammerheads already sending a guy in. Kinetic up atop the hill, going to be the next bastion that they've got to cross if they want to go that way. Looks like they're considering it. They send in a flank guard to help the other, maybe go through A main. Misser has had the chance to take a little bit more space. Avian says he's scared. I'd be too.
And here we go. Ray's kind of sitting in the corner here. Has a Spectre, ready to see if they swing out on him. Does check the corner, and Cats does a good job of doing the real check of the corner.
Find you.
Yeah, a beautiful strafe outplays the
I
shot
know what
apart.
Kinetic tried to do there, so the reason why you might ask, why did Kinetic just throw his Haunt into the smoke? That makes no sense. If you throw a haunt from Fade into a smoke and it expires, it'll instantly ping and you can't do anything about it. So that's why they do that. That's a big Astra combination that people like to see do as well. But now back to the 2v2 here. They have 2 Vandals as well, so Cats destroys it. Does have a Spectre into U-Haul. It's a close quarter over there, so feeling pretty good. Has 1 flash left. Pop flash coming out now. Flash for a long time. Molly misses. Oh, another pop flash though. Gets one. Running out of time though. Oh, tries to half, but Cats gets 4 there. Does go is going to save the Spectre, but wow, what a great play. Having both those pop flashes there is so important. Cats kind of allows them to get themselves to get the last 2 kills there, and these rounds are really proven to be very close. I mean, we see a lot of back and forth. Even when it seems like, you know, one team goes up two picks right away, doesn't mean it's going to be how it's going to end the round here. We're seeing a lot of just no one wants to lose here as so far. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Now it's a 2-1 here for Hammerheads. Had 1 alive. Still have the money to kind of back it up now, though. It's going to be a big save here for the Mammoth side. Does get the ult orb. Now has the tour de force as well. Great job there kind of protecting him to get that ult orb.
Yeah, that was a good little
and
taxi out to it. Oh, gets shut down. That is a rough one. This ult going to be the walk right onto site. Oh, the run it back. Doesn't see a whole lot. Rezkin.
Look where good Garden though. Alice is basically on a flank here as soon as this smoke goes away, which should be pretty soon.
Beautiful
gets 1 at least.
Good
almost gets 2.
Like he was playing whack-a-mole. Got so close. Mr.'s gonna be the one.
He wants this.
Take Cats down.
He wants this KO kill. Great Seeker shot. I'm a really big fan of that. Does only pulls out his flash though.
Little scary.
Ooh.
Mr.'s gonna take that one. Sunny Lee outside. Last chance here. Ooh, that's first half on a defuse, but he calls the bluff. Gonna drop a little bit of fire onto it. Is that enough? No,
misses.
It didn't. Oh, right behind. So Kinetic gets a free defuse. Very close.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Seekers went out there, but did not use the flash. Got a little greedy for the double util instead of going with the ult util into the shoot. But, you know, hey, that's just how it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it happens. It's all right.
And once
Kinetic
again,
threatening.
both rounds going back and forth, back and forth. A little teeter-totter action here. A little, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3. Perfectly balanced.
As all things should be.
Yep, absolutely. And going into the 5th round here, Kinetic, you see, has a Vandal. Overall, a big buy here for the Mammoths. Does have the Fade ult available here.
Yeah, and it's
Avian has an Operator as well now, and we saw him at the end of the last game do a good work with that. So definitely going to have to respect that with a decent amount of
Oh, yeah. No,
space.
he's pretty hot with it.
Yeah.
Keikonen going to be able to take a little bit of space with this
Oh,
camera.
good nade there.
Wow.
Whoa.
They actually were piled up, and we've seen one go down.
If that's like a lineup or something for that nade, that's a good
yeah.
spot to nade because it really kind of forced them out of that spot, and it's really hard for them to get away if they're on there. And they do have the Brimstone Orbital Strike here from Rezkin.
Ooh, they stay A main anyways.
I know exactly.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see
And now
that.
they're going to get ping as well.
Dim beacon here.
Rezkin decides to pack in, trying to spray through the smoke a little bit. Miss comes out.
Oh, great peek there as well, going 3 outside of it. Has a great fatal here, going to hit 4. Now they can't hear. Cats is going to TP because they actually cannot hear it. They can't hear it.
Scene.
But, great shots here. Atlas does have the Seekers available.
Yeah, trying to capitalize on that
30
high pen. They
seconds
do
left.
keep them off for just a little bit. It's enough to sneak around and try to get an aim, but it's not there. Still has 1 more to get on the arc, though. Might have a chance to win this last one.
Yeah. Oh, got the blind off before they got silenced, though.
Ooh, the lineup was good. Scares him out of the corner.
Yep.
2 on him. Making their way around. Atlas
Does sees him a little bit.
They do find him. Another in the doorway is all it is. A good tap onto it, and we do not have fire, but there's the orbital strikes. Kind of got to take care of him before.
And that's a
There
great
it is.
retake from Mammoths. Having that Seekers available and having a good pre-fire spots too. Pre-firing the left side corner, pre-firing that corner right there. We saw the thing that sucked is Cypher, you actually could see his arm just a little bit here. So that's why you see kind of Atlas kind of just shoot at that little arm in the corner there. But did a great job of pre-firing that corner. Connect finds that one. finds the second one. That's where he finds, you know, Happy in the corner. Does a great job. And the cool thing is Avian didn't have to do too much there because retaking B with a operator is actually extremely hard when everyone's already preset because it's such a small site. And a timeout early on here. Big fan of this. Hammerheads, you know, definitely lost. I think they lost the last 2 or 3 rounds here. So going into this, you know, hey, let's have a game plan. It happened last game where they called a timeout. And they seemed a lot better when they came back. So sometimes you got to level that head out and then kind of figure out what to do.
Yeah, it definitely has the potential to make a big shift. And any shift at all would be so nice when it's just this back and forth feeling game. It's really not often we find a 1-1. And to have like a 2-2 and 3-3 feel after that, like it's important to try to get out of here by like 0.5.
And, you know, sometimes it's just calling that early timeout to get the structure down is important, too, that we're going to hopefully see here. Kind of get lay some foundation of, like, okay, we need to do this, this, and this, rather than just kind of, like, later on in the game figuring out. But we're going to see anything, of course, after we get the timeout to see, you know, because both teams get timeout. You have to remember that. So we're going to see kind of how both these teams incorporate this little tiny break and see how they go about it here. And we're going to see just 2 orbital strikes available for both teams right now. That's the only old economy. But Mammoths are seeming pretty good at the moment. They do have this Avian operator, so have to be pretty careful about that. But he's still playing the B long, waiting for them, and they're just refusing to give him any chance of day.
Hammerhead's playing nice and slow here. Typical feeling. A little bit of contact onto Bath. No alarms go off, though. Mammoth still okay with just holding steady. Hammerhead, a little check to the flank, and still just holding.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these attacks have been trying to, you know, default and try to get some action from these enemy teams. But I will say today, especially in the Esports Tower, these defense teams are playing very, very slow, and they're okay with it. They're not being greedy. And there it is, but he gets forced out towards them. Great Brimstone ultimate. Kinetic does find one, though. Has Reskin on the orbital strike, holding it, but Kinetic doesn't need it at all. Gets 3K in short here. And now it's a 4v2 here. Mammoth just really doing a good job of this. Seeker not going to find anyone in Bath.
No, defense has still been just cool and consistent. They're going to do a little bit of a shuffle in the back as Hammerhead's kind of step back out and
30 seconds left
for the comeback in. They're sending Spike in through Bath.
Yeah, but they're sending 3 players towards B here, and we're going to see Reskin hold A site by himself as both members of Hammerheads are going to slowly make their towards A, but now the team does know, it seems like, and players are rotating. Cats gets one to Reskin, though. Now 3v2. Still have to play in time, though.
10 seconds left.
They see him.
Yeah, and then just make contact and starting to dump the
One
neutral towards him.
remaining.
Stands between them and has a good shot here.
Oh,
Does
solo.
find
Yeah,
it
good
sunnily.
trade. Yeah, that's the problem with kind of planning there. It's Atlas had a really good angle where they could just shoot through the box and then just, you know, end them right there. So couldn't get anything done there. Hammerhead tried right there. They got 1 pick, made it to it was, you know, a 2v3, but unfortunately, like I said, Cats had to plant in a spot where they definitely wasn't ideal for them. So
yeah, I love that original, like the OG default.
Yeah,
like, that was like beta default, but you really are stranded out there once you put it.
Yeah, because I mean, you gotta shoot. Not only can they shoot through while you're planning it, but where you go after.
Yeah, no, you have to have a lot of smoke up or think that they're basically all in U-Haul and then split the map the other direction to ever be safe.
Absolutely here. And we're to see the 4-2 Mammoths leading at the moment.
That's
they
a good hold for Atlas. We don't see much of the Mammoths holding very aggressive there.
Avian's ready, and
not quite ready enough. Does get out of there before losing any health, though.
So they've been waiting there for about 3 rounds now.
Man, that's got to be upsetting. They're going to check this 50-50 and try to move in. Keikun in. A little bit antsy may get our man in trouble. We've already seen that Phoenix go down because a splash happened while they were holding tight. Waiting it out a little bit. Just a little bit of jiggles. They're considering a rush here. Atlas, though, could have a beautiful mow down. Oh, that Prowler didn't quite work as we had hoped. So, Phoenix going to go in a little bit
It's
further.
going to be really careful Kinetic here. We're getting too aggressive. They find one, find 2.
Atlas still looking for more. Atlas and Kinetic doing excellent. Keikun trying to get the spike back. Maybe out,
gets one, though.
one. Oh, they come back to him.
Oh, almost gets 2 there.
Almost thought he had it.
But Mammoths are now up 5-2, and it seems like they have found their footing. They are kind of really playing. It seems like they're almost reading Hammerheads, knowing what they're going to do. And Mammoths on this defense are definitely looking pretty hard to attack against at the moment here. So I think Hammerheads are going to have to kind of find something quick here, because if Mammoths kind of get this momentum going, it's going to be very hard to stop it.
Gift.
And I mean, that's what we're about to find out here. We have 3 ults on the side of Mammoth, though. They still have the Showstopper, Orbital Strike, and they now have the Fade ult on top of that. So we're going to kind of see how this is used here. Hammerhead's trying their best on this attack. Here comes the Showstopper. Does get one instantly, and is still alive, too. Might be like 5 HP, but still alive. Ooh, instantly gets down, though.
Where are you?
I know exactly.
When it goes down, here comes the Cypher. All gonna kind of ping where they are. Ping is in, but doesn't get too much out of that.
No, but it means Kinetic can't really push onto them like that because they're expecting that angle. I mean, they all split up. They got good eye on the spike now, holding the typical angles, really. We're going to see what Mammoth can do. All of them come from the same side here.
There it is. He's going to ping the guy in, in the corner there. Does go down immediately. Has the Orbital Strike. How are they going to use it here, though? Ends up not using it quite yet here. Oh, but they got to be careful about showers. Great pop flash. Does go down. Another just cat's play. And it seems like Avian is probably going to save that operator. Has enough money, but thinks that at the end of the day, it's probably worth to save it. It is 4,700 credits at the end of the day, so only have to pay for 1,000 or 1,200 is not too bad here. But 5-3, the Hammerheads do take that round, so I think that's a round they kind of needed to get, like I said, a good round for them to take here. They don't want to let it, snowball one way or the other too much. So Hammerheads getting that round is pretty important for them. But Mammoth, I think Avian, once he kind of finds his rhythm with his operator, I think it's going to be really hard for them to counteract it. But I think he's just got to get one kill in terms of like a confidence kill, I like to call it, and then you kind of feel a little bit more locked in on the operator. Because sometimes when you miss a couple shots, you're not feeling too good about it.
Yeah, there's one right there. Gets out of the way of the camera. Still looking for more. I think they may have seen him, though. And we talked about Avian jumping back and forth, A-B, to make sure it's not a problem. Oh, tries to pace and run on.
He's learned his lesson.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
And you saw it, Phoenix did not peek after that flash.
No,
He
well
threw the
done.
flash and he waited.
And that gets a free TP out.
Exactly.
You've cleared that space.
Yep.
It's as good as killing, basically.
Oh, there it is.
Avian with his response. Gets his glory back. Playing well. Now it is the age-old battle.
Oh, there's a flank.
Oh, almost
Kinetic
there.
wasn't looking, though. Double flash.
Looking at that. Kinetic makes his way up. Tries to satchel out. Kinetic can be the one to find it in that cross play. They're still playing through the walls, trying to get some damage or at least intimidation out on the money.
Ooh.
That was a beautiful one from Sunny Lee. Yeah, trying to fight this Prowler, get into a better position. He's got enough time to be safe, but it's just a tiny bit awkward there. Kinetic trying to back miss her on this 50 check as they move back into play against Avian here. And Sunny Lee on the site.
30 seconds left.
There it is. Sojo gets the kill onto Avian. It is now a 3v2. Mammoths are leading. They both have 2 members. They both have 1 member each very low. Sunny, yeah.
Drops some smoke, looking to get back out. He
Does the kill.
The smoke, gets a free one. There's simply no time to plant the spike. Sets up the fire so he can take some free guns.
Oh.
And suddenly hits him through the smoke.
Might have time. But then, he's coming on top, and they know they have a brimstone. So, yeah, it's going to go down, and he stops the plant. Rezkin, after holding that ult for so many rounds, it pays off.
Yep, secures a round with it, which is just so satisfying.
Yeah,
that's really
no,
the
it
big
is. And at the end of the day, when he plans like that, he's like, I forgot. Like they had, brimstone. I should have planned safe. But at the same time, he didn't have much time, so you don't know how it would have went if you would have planned in a different spot if you had enough time to get there. So definitely kind of running out of time in some of these scenarios. But 6-3 now. Mammoths are get that last round leading 6-3 at the moment.
I've got your trail.
Here comes the Seekers coming out. Ooh, wow, big hit here from Hammerhead. Running back, being committed with the Seekers. Shoto gets a kill on to miss her. Gonna keep pushing on. Almost finds Kinetic, but does go back. Rezkin gets 2 kills in retaliation, so they end up actually going up in terms of numbers here for Mammoth.
No, it's crazy because A-Main pushed so hard that Bath had FOMO, and they walked right into Rezkin.
Yeah. 6-3. He's just looking at his cam.
Okay, Conan just keeping his corners good. The fire does come around.
And, the longer they wait, though, the faster they're going to have to, take the site here for how much time they have left.
K. Conan walks into a physical utility trying to play against Alex here. Wow. Swings right
Res
into
gets a good
gunfire.
trade.
Takes it. It's a good trading.
Oh.
Avian with the ADS at 0 meters. Going in
Sticking
for the
it. He's
defuse
sticking
here.
it.
Happy trying to play through the smoke, but it's just
wow.
not there. And Reskin with the 4K.
Yeah, so
to drop to
close
round
there
7.
too. I mean, he kept shooting through, and he was getting really close to
just
hitting him.
tracing him
Yeah.
out.
We saw him just keep shooting and almost get it, but yeah, just a tracing him out with one of the, all around him, but unfortunately.
To the point where they, like, maybe overvalued that position. And
Yeah.
even when somebody else came at him from the side, he's like, no, he's got to be close.
No,
he's got to be close.
it really sucks when you're spraying through that sometimes because when you shoot that many bullets and they're not going down, and you don't hear another tap, you know they're kind of on it. It's a bad feeling, but it does go down there, and now Mammoths are leading 7-3 here on Bind. And we're going to kind of just check to see what they do here. Hammerheads have been kind of playing this really aggressive A and really trying to make it work.
Smoke. Stim beacon here.
Misser and Sunny Lee going to take their one. Hammerheads have made it all the way into U-Haul, and they're camped up there. Oh, back out. Wow, Kinetic sees lots of people jump through the smoke, but just can't find any.
They all hit through DP right in front of them, too. They're just like, excuse me.
Embarrassing. Well, that gives info to Avian,
wow.
and Co-Atlas just sweeping Hookah. Nobody gets it. Avian feeling a little bit greedy, wants to get up and watch this angle. Does square off a little bit, so he's not watching two of them. Quick re-heal from Shoujo. Going to be a good hold on to Kinetic's line, but he's too quick. And a slow walk from Kinetic for the next one on Sunny Lee gives him 8 points to 3. Hammerheads now need 5 consecutive points to bring it to a tie.
I was saying, Kinetic's doing just really being that kind of the person they need this game. Playing that fade and getting a lot of kills, a lot of limbs. Great utility usage of the Seeker. We've seen the Seize, we see the Haunt. I mean, just doing a great job overall on this fade and adding so much pressure to the game.
Yeah, so much value to the team. I mean, we see Kinetic being a consistent player frequently.
Yeah, I agree. And
Watch and learn.
it seems like it's pretty hard for Hammerheads to adapt to the Mammoths at the moment.
Maybe
here.
this
8-3
will help them out. Yep.
But like I said, it's now kind of looking like Bind back to being normal with that kind of defensive side. But Cats gets a pick right on a Mister right away, giving him a 1-0 advantage. That's kind of what they need. They probably want to win this last round here to get a little more confidence going into the switch sides here.
They're moving right out. They must be very confident either A, with their lineups, or 2, not feeling like being middle site all alone like that. Cats and Shoujo going to be going down to Resident Atlas now. They own all the site here. A good hold onto the spike. They're just trying to clean out these corners. Oh, he's so close, and he just doesn't know it. Avian holding from the top. Throws off a couple extras, and they're looking for a little bit of a defuse. Time is running low. Goes for a quick weapon switch, and Happy now from the other side. Could have a beautiful hold
There's
onto
the
it.
ult.
Oh, they don't even need it. Happy's so close. Just can't quite
Atlas,
find it.
big kill.
Atlas and Avian
Get to the
absolutely
smoke.
moving. Sunny Lee does take one.
Oh.
And a second. Last one in the fire.
No time?
No.
No. 8-4. There it is. That was a really close round, but some great shots by Sunny Lee to really kind of clutch the round there. We saw just almost a really good retake here from Mammoth, but once again, they just didn't have enough time to really get it going. And that Brimstone ult, the orbital strike, just really making it so no matter what they do, it's going to stall for at least a couple seconds here. And that's just what they needed. But like I said, Sunny Lee getting the kill through the Prowler, like nearsightness, is such a literally what won him the round. I mean, if he doesn't get that kill, I don't think he wins the round there. But here we go, 8-4 now, and Mammoths are in the lead. But the thing is now, is it's now time for them to attack, which we saw in the past them do a pretty good job here. So you never know what they're going to do. Fresh half, and let's see who kind of takes the lead here.
Sometimes, though, also like play style speed-wise, those first 2 points can go some way that the rest of them don't. So Hammerheads could take a nice boost here if they play well. Mammoth's going to be rolling right on in. It's a little bit of a fight in grass. 1v1s fly, and Avian comes out on top with a twofer.
Avian bought a Frenzy. Interesting.
You know what? Keep them on their toes.
And they got 2 with it.
It worked.
Yeah, it did. At the end of the day, you got 2 with it. And now they have a 4v3, and it's so hard taking a retake B because of the smoke right here. Although Kelkonen gets 1 pick onto Avian, has 8 HP here. Good healing. Oh, the great jump from Kinetic. peeking from spawn and then having, you know, the other angle and then just doing a great job. 9-4 from Mammoth. That's just what they need to kind of get in the lead for the second half to get momentum. So now they're going to be buying up here. You see a lot of Stingers and Spectres. And it's safe to assume you're going to see either a fast A or a fast B again, where you see them take over the hookah or the, you know, short.
Yep, no, they want to play a nice, quick anti-eco and move this into the double digits, making it real difficult for the Hammerheads to get a break. See what they can do. Oh, and it's kind of a retake bait from the Hammerheads who are looking to 5 push. If they can do it a little bit quietly and not hit this trigger behind them. Yep, that smoke does go down. They just keep walking. They actually sent 113. Oh, look at that. What?
But they end up getting them all after.
Misser with 1.
Spike
Defense
down
does take
B.
2 of them. Now to a 2-2. Quick round indeed. Atlas going to be watching this hookah as they send 1 or 2 across. Spike is already just down in the middle, so Hammerheads have a nice hold on the situation. Mammoths have got to play straight through this and kind of win by kill if they want a chance to plant. First noise, you see.
Oh, there's a flash.
Get a little bit greedy, trying to play back out of here.
Last player standing.
Goes down. 1v2 here for Sojo. Great Molly. Oh, unfortunately, they have a great double peek there. Avian does go down to the Molly, but at the end of the day, they win the round, so it's, you know, pretty worth in terms of what they did. But I really enjoy this play here from the Hammerheads by just playing really aggressive through short. Let's just play numbers, sheer numbers, 4 to 5 numbers. And they also had 1 go through TP as well, so they kind of had the double angle there, which I really enjoyed, of having 4 and having 1 go that way. Because at least, at the very least, you're to split their eyes and get at least 1.
I was almost a little bit worried because having their eyes split versus having it focused the wrong way may be better. You know, like I think it drew some attention, but they were more, keen to the idea of there being a flank.
Yeah.
So they're moving right into it again. The Mammoths coming right on out. Cats with the well-timed flash is able to look away. A quick another pop is going to be the real move in. They try to anti-flash, but it doesn't quite get them anywhere.
Yeah, great
and that
job.
is Spike. That's a big one. Rotate is critical from both sides now. Hammerheads don't actually sit on it. They know that the B push is much more likely, so they can't back a bit. We see the Mammoths trying to turn around after grabbing that Spike, but a minute on the clock. What do they think they need?
All right, it's still 10-4, but like I said, they're down 2 members at the moment, and they don't have the guns as well. True. So definitely not looking like an ideal bonus round from the Mammoths. They're going to try to take this B site slowly. They don't really have too much of an idea where the Hammerheads' numbers lie, but they are still going to push this regardless. With the no util, I like this. The all walk, let's just see if they can catch them off guard and see what angles they're actually playing.
It's Minesweeper. As long as nobody jiggle peeks, you have a good chance. But wow,
shot from Sunny Lee, yeah.
Catches a beautiful one there. They were not ready for that borderline off angle. Very skinny. Sunny Lee looking for another one. Back up, finds it, and has the spike in U-Haul now. It is not looking good for the Mammoths. It'll be an uphill battle for this one here, and after a flash, he gets it anyways, but goes down quickly to Shoujo at the back. Reskin a Valorant effort, if I do say so myself, but it brings it to 10-5.
Yeah, now Mammoths are going to have a full buy here, though. That was their bonus. So they did a pretty good job of getting, you know, a decent amount of people with their bonus. Now we're going to see this, 5-on-5, full guns, and then also Avian is going to have that true to force available if they choose to use it. It seems like they have a full buy with the team right now, so I don't know if they want to kind of use that for more of an eco round with the attack op, but we're going to kind of see over time to see how they do. And here we go.
Happy with a quick dog to get a little bit of info. He's now going to post up in a nice 50-50. Prowler does get through it, though, so this default-looking spread on the Mammoths is starting to shift towards an endgame feel as they send a few up mid and a few up B long. It does have a long smoke on it. So
oh, wow, look at this cam. You see kind
beautiful.
of all A short. It's they can't see it.
Camera,
Oh,
did
it does see it. Yeah,
oh, that's why he didn't.
But got a
dart,
lot of information.
He did. Keikonen does get a lot of info. Almost plays off it, but wow, Misser was all over that one, and even set up for later. Does damage onto Cats, and she's deep in the map now. Mammoths owning this place.
Spike planted.
Yeah, I think if that happens to you, you're definitely feeling a little sad about that one.
No, that was a good play. Sunny Lee doing a little bit of jiggling, just trying to shoot out here, gain some space back. They don't want him to have it, though. A beautiful... yep, trying to pace that shot. He's learned his lesson. I was going to say a beautiful defensive smoke
great
there.
shot from Reskin.
Sunny Lee.
Gets flashed. 4v2 now.
Jojo finding his one. Atlas really
One
just
enemy
testing him out with
remaining.
the bird. Kinetic to find one more, and a quick flash gives Shoujo one more. That's his whole utility, though, as far as flashes go.
Yeah, is going to save that Phantom, but is going to go down. It's going to be 11-5 now,
Yep.
which makes it so Mammoths are 2 rounds away from taking the map. And, I mean, 1 round away from getting to that, at least that overtime to kind of take that pressure off a little bit in terms of, okay, now we're at a point where we can't lose fully yet, but always feels like a little bit more of a safety net, whereas like you can fall, but you still have to get back up.
Yeah, and these are grand finals.
It's true. We've seen it happen before, but I mean, the Mammoths are definitely running away with it. Kinetic is feeling quite good, has 19 kills at the moment, whereas every single player on
You want to play?
the
Let's
Mammoths
play.
are above 10 kills at the moment, so definitely doing a pretty good job as a team here.
Misser going hot in with the judge. Gonna hope that that Prowler finds anybody in hookah and walks right along.
Face your
Got the posse at his back. See the ult come out. Trying to move people right in. Difficult to hear. Keikonen goes down. Alice with the flash right up close. Oh, the run and gun judge. Favorite noise. They own the site now, looking for a good plant. Gonna watch these safety angles. Oh, beautiful, like, playing off the contact there. Caps on the walk around. Sunny Lee, so close. Doesn't know how powerful this pen could be. If only he knew they were right there. Almost has a chance to play through. They're going to come around for him, though. Take from the side. A beautiful pinch gets Reskin and Misser the kills they need to bring it to a 12-5 with ults on table.
Yeah, they have that showstopper and they have the Brimstone both queued up in terms of they have that next round. And we saw how basically big that Brimstone ult was a couple rounds ago with Reskin stopping the plant. So I think, with how slow the Hammerheads are playing, Brimstone ult definitely plays a big part here where if anywhere they try to plant, you're probably ulted.
No, they can wait plenty of time out and then just barely squeeze in. Let's see what they can get here. Looks like, sure enough, they're going to want to push A nice and solid.
Yeah, it's 12-5. It is now looking pretty hard for Hammerheads too. Looks like they're going to go for a fast play here with the Brimstone ult. There it is.
Wow. The Brim ult was actually used
10 HP.
aggressively.
Oh, and
defensively.
great
Oh my
combo
gosh.
with the showstopper. Gets 2. And now it's a 5v3 here. Mammoths are in the driver's seat. Now 5v2. And this is looking like the game because they have a short buy here. A Spectre and a Sheriff versus 5.
Yeah, so just going to play anyways. Finds one with a quick swap. Looking for the second. Oh, and it's the call for the flash that kills him. Sunny Lee's going to take one from above. They give it up. And Mammoths
Attackers
are going to
win.
be your grand finals champions, and of course want to be seen by expert college recruiters. Talk directly to inside esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, game producers, then join the club. Esports tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. And of course, with that, we're going to lead into the ICCU player of the game. And I have 2 choices that I think are going to be my only 2 choices of the night here, which is Avian and Kinetic, and they're both on the same team. But those 2 players definitely, I would say the third one would be Slexic. He did a really great job too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Had a fantastic games all around, but those would be like my 3 choices when it comes down to it.
Yep. Yeah, I hadn't considered a third, but I was honestly same with you on Avian and Kinetic in that order. I think Kinetic, we talked about him earlier, just giving so much value to the team. Avian, though, absolutely cracked.
Oh, yeah. Just had a phenomenal games in all those. Even though Kinetic had like the pop-off games last game, Avian still had a high point on that and had some great plays that game. Dark, yeah, also had some great plays. I would definitely say that as well. They had a lot of big plays.
Some sneaky stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
not like I think leaderboard stuff, but they had a lot of big plays and big moments.
Yep, and it wasn't about consistency. Yeah, it was about these kind of things, like performing under pressure.
Yeah. And yeah, the third one also Matrix. Matrix did a great job too. We saw that last play, a little highlight, almost had that ace to bring back the game for that, that 10 to 12. Tried it so hard, but unfortunately just kind of fell short a little bit. But Matrix is another player kind of like Dark where they had a lot of really big plays that really helped their team during pivotal moments.
They did get a lot of value out of that heal, though, too, which is a big one. Like, I feel like, honestly, Sky's kind of underutilized the healing. But we saw a lot of nice little, like, therapy sessions in the back as they were coming back into it.
Yeah, I mean, I still think at the end of the day, I would still give it to Avian. I think he just had a really big impact in that chamber. Because no matter what site that players are going to, he was still probably in the back of their mind of where is he playing with that operator. Yeah, exactly. Avian is definitely, like I said, no matter where these people were going, Avian's operator or chamber, especially his headhunter as well, had a lot of good headhunter kills. So no matter where he was, definitely had to be fearful of the chamber on where he was playing.
Yeah, like you said earlier, just keeps him honest. Like, every corner might have an Avian behind
Exactly. And, of course, the player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful. Just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success, Avian is the Idaho Central Credit Union the player of the game and also a Esports Tower Grand Champion. Woo. And, you know, like I said, just had some great moments today. Had a lot of great games today in terms of just overall quality. I mean, the first game we came in at the half, they played phenomenally there. It went from 8-4 on offense bind to a 15-13. So
we had
crazy.
Like a whole game after
exactly. That. And then, you know, second game, back and forth nonstop, and then onto that grand finals. Kind of went one way in the grand finals, but started off really good, and then Mammoth kind of just came away with that momentum. Anything you kind of want to say about today, or do you just close it out?
10 out of 10 review. Loved it through the highs and lows. We saw some crazy plays, some real great players, and I'm ready to see them next week.
Absolutely. And, of course, the Mammoths come from the lower bracket, and they won it all. They take down the Hammerheads and are crowned the Rumble champions. Can the Mammoths defend their title next week, or will someone take them out? Make sure you join us next Monday for a fresh Valorant Rumble and, of course, the new teams as they fight for the title. We'll close out with the usual top 5 presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time with more than 10 jobs offering a $20K bonus and a degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there, and thank you so much for watching today. We will see you next week, Monday.